Prioritize public health. Work we do keeps the skies above.
The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Listen here, this is a fact of life. I be rapping like Nat Turner came back to life. Grab Donald Trump by the pussy, he ain't acting right. I never run from a conflict, I be glad to fight. It's a very cold world that we living in. Somebody please tell Elizabeth you're not an Indian. You just trying to con them people to get the benefit. Just another immigrant, stealing from the Indians. That's some punk ass shit and that's too lame. Now we finna step over to Andrew Yang. And you a sucker, you could never speak for black folks. Fake ass pandering, trying to get the black vote. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You know your boy be high off sativa. Kamala wasn't popping, so we said bye, Felicia. She ain't had a right policy. We ain't trying to meet her. Y'all can take Biden too. Bye. We don't need him. We don't need Roland Martin or that coon Al Sharpton. Didn't need Cory Booker from the start, man. I don't fuck with police and no snitching. You know I'm coming with the heat when I spit it. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. If you ever go to court and this is your luck, try not to get fucked by Benjamin Crump. I know it's hard. You and all go is hard. But who the fuck is Amy Cloak? Put her picture up on the bullseye and start throwing darts. People cut our organs out our bodies, that's a stolen heart. They can't save us from the flood like Noah's Ark. Black lives always matter, we finna go for ours. So then we savages, we don't need to pot the piss. Mike Bloomberg could suck dick with that stop and frisk. Bitch, you ain't speaking for us, we don't know you. Bernie Sanders, they get your funky ass on too. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me.
I'm talking about Shouter going crazy. People going crazy in them motherfuckers. Run that shit back, man.
But it's nothing. Nothing about a woman on a day. Man made the car. Man made the train to carry the heavy load. Man made the electrolyte to take us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water. Like the 7-millimeter. Man thinks about a little bit of baby girl and a baby boy. And man makes them happy because man makes them joy. But after man make everything we can, do you know that man makes money? To buy from other men. This is a man
Greetings, Black family. Greetings. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Front Line Blacc News. I'm your host, Che and Crewman, and I'm joined with my other host, Lady Che. And hopefully, Shabaka, our West Coast correspondent, will be joining us here shortly. And this is season 3, episode 49, part 2 of the Front Line Blacc News. And on season 3, episode 49, part 2 of the Front Line Blacc News, we'll be discussing several things. The first thing is the Democrats are worried about a New York Times poll that shows that black voters went from 4% to 23% for Trump. Then we got Representative James Clyburn says black reparations are impossible to implement. Then we got Blacc Actor / artist Tyrese Gibson wants to be Latino now, not black. Then we got white Maine Shooter supposedly was shell-shocked and had mental health issues. Then we got recently deceased Flint City Councilman Eric Mays' son, HaKeem Deontaye Mays, is suing city over father's life insurance policy. Then we got white supremacist students hold online auction to sell Blacc Classmates for $2 and $4 for each one. And if we have time, Unhoused Neighbor, illegal migrant news, and Unhoused Neighbor, illegal migrant sweeps. So, grand evening to you, Lady Che.
That's the longest fucking name ever. Sorry. Jennifer, you're gonna throw in that word to say. Sorry about this. God. That was a lot. That was a lot right there. With the name, with the would you say unhoused illegal alien? What?
Unhoused / illegal migrant news and Unhoused Neighbor / illegal migrant.
That's like 8 words. Damn.
Whoever's tuning in.
That's like 8 words, dude. God damn. Acronyms. Shut this shit up. Jesus Christ.
No, it's not an acronym. It's what it is.
I know. It's like, can we get acronyms?
No, there's no acronym. What is that? UNIMNN. The acronyms look like they're more confusing than the actual words themselves.
That is stupid fucking. Just stick with the unhoused. Like that's a lot.
No, a lot. We got the illegal too.
We got the God, it's a lot.
Remember, we got 40,000 illegals that moved here within the last year.
Ew.
They're prioritizing over us. Something to say, Lady Che, go ahead. I gotta pull this clip up anyway.
I don't know. Say hi, everybody. B1. I've had a pretty fucking long weekend. Pretty frustrating. And everything just, when it rains, it pours. Rains, it pours. And it's been pretty. I was over somewhere else almost all day, and I had some good laughs, so that was fun. Pretty much just.
Everybody was live.
Excuse me?
I am very.
It's like 5 different content creators was live all at the same time.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Yes. A pretty decent time, I guess. Pretty boring. Really, nothing really happened. Except it broke and everything fell apart, all within a matter of minutes. And
for today's podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
For later, thanks. So super exhausted, my hands hurt, and I'm mad. Other than that, I'm okay. Go ahead, play Dog's Boat. Play him.
All right, so the first topic tonight is the. You got some background noise or something going on.
It ain't on me. On you.
It's not on me.
It's your air AC or your wind or something blowing over there.
No, it's not that.
It's a humming. There's nothing humming over here. I got nothing to look at. There's nothing over here. That's that sound. It's over there. Didn't see everything you moved. It just. Well, whatever. I don't know what to do, so it's not on me.
Okay, really take it down. See it over here. Okay, so that's the topic.
I'll go on mute.
Uncle Phil.
I'll go on mute. Go ahead.
Came out, and it has a lot of Democrats concerned, but then you have some of them that's playing the game, in the media, and saying, "Oh, they're not worried about this. Everything gonna be fine. Black folks gonna show Democrats like they always do." So if you look at on the screen here, this is the particular poll they're talking about out of the New York Times. Now, I went through this and I wanted to cover the portions that would be important to us here and what we're going to look at. So we took these two excerpts from that particular poll. And I want to home in on these two just to start. So if you look here, it says, who did you vote for in the 2020 presidential election between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, or did you not vote? Now, you have people here, if we want to go to Donald Trump, you see black people in 2020, they said they only gave Trump 4% of their vote at that time period, those who were polled. They gave Joe Biden 67% of their vote at that time period. Now you look at white folks, you look at Hispanics at that time. Now, let's go to 2024 and say, if the presidential election were held today, who would you vote for if the candidates were Joe Biden, the Democrat? We go over here to black folks, 66%. Donald Trump, the Republican, 23%. Now, why did 23% happen? How did it go from 4% of Donald Trump in 2020 and go all the way to 23% where they're putting in a poll? Let's go ahead on and talk about that here for a minute. What happened from 2020 to 2024? Joe Biden, see, when he won the election in 2020, it was on him to show and prove. It was on him. He set up here and made promises to the black community. He didn't deliver anything. Matter of fact, as soon as he got into office, he started giving things to the Asian community. He started giving things to Ukraine. He's flying in migrants, papering them up. He's giving to everybody else except black Americans. And black Americans have not only seen we didn't get anything as a collective of people, but we're literally watching everybody else get in who did not vote. Black Americans are the only group of people who are browbeaten and shamed to vote, like we have a law that says you have to vote. Voting is a right. That's why it's called voting rights. You have a right to vote if you choose, and you also cannot vote if you so choose not to vote. That is your right as an American. You don't let nobody pressure you to vote, and you don't let nobody pressure you to not vote. You make your own decision in a so-called democracy as an American. So the Democrats don't want to deal with why all of a sudden all these black people are talking about Trump. Now, what that 23% would do? That 23% would guarantee the winning of Donald Trump as president of the United States in the election. Why? They have proven and they have stated many, many times before that the Democrats cannot win no elections without black people being at 80% of the vote. They have to be 80% or higher for Democrats to win elections. With the white vote and the Hispanic vote, and it's kind of interesting, whites and Hispanics, they kind of mirror each other in the way they vote, right? So black Americans are the only swing vote in this country. And since we're the swing vote, we're supposed to be the most important vote. But Joe Biden did not prioritize us. Now, there are people out here who talk about why everybody talking about the couch, the couch. I want you to pay attention to something that just recently happened. So in Michigan, the Muslim community decided to put on the ballot uncommitted. And they had about 100,000 people did that because they said that what Biden is supporting in Gaza right now, what's happening to the Palestinians, they cannot vote for him. After they did uncommitted, all of a sudden Biden is dropping aid from the sky to people in Gaza. All of a sudden they say they're going to be bringing all kind of aid to Gaza. Now they're talking about a ceasefire and all that because the people said they were not going to vote for Biden. So you silly people in our community who says sitting it out don't work. Well, how is it working for the Muslims all of a sudden? When they told him we're going to sit it out, what they did was they showed up to vote and they said, I'm not voting for you. I'm just going to put uncommitted. How many times have I told you, make sure you register to vote and get out there and at least vote, or even if you set it out, let them quantify it. You understand? And the Muslim community did that. They unified on that abandoned Biden campaign that the Muslims had. They was on code with it. You understand? But unfortunately, what I've noticed about our community, we can't be on code because many of us still have too much attachment to the system. You still want validation from them folks. You still listen to the mainstream media. Why you listen to them? We all know by now you cannot listen to the mainstream media. They're liars. They're propagandists, okay? And yet other people are getting things done while we still being emotional about voting. And then when the mainstream media had told them, well, you know, if you don't vote for Biden, you're not worried about Trump getting in office. You know what a lot of them said? I'm not worried about Trump. I can't vote for Biden because of what he's doing. I don't care about Trump. And that was the right response. And I say, there you go. That's how you tell them. You don't let them play. They didn't play. They tried to play the fear attack. Oh, Trump. Oh, my God. He's going to get in office. The Muslims didn't care. But some of you out here in Black America, that still work on you. You don't want Trump in there. Oh, we're not going to have a democracy anymore. The Muslims say, I don't care about that. I'm talking about what's happening to my people. But a lot of Black folks, no, they don't think like that. They let the boule and all them tell them what to do still. Tell them, you don't want that. Project 2025. Ooh, that's going to, ooh, them Republicans going to get you a Project 2025. And unfortunately, oh my God, I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh my God, I'm scared. Let me go vote Joe Biden because I'm so scared. Cowards, man. Cowards. Weak and cowards. That's why we don't get nowhere as a community. Because we have too many weak people and too many cowardice people. And even in the scriptures, God didn't like cowards. He thought cowards and people who were weak always leaned into wickedness. Because you go along with wickedness because you have weakness and you have cowardice in you. When them people told the Muslims, you know, Donald Trump, and you know what they said? No, we're not going to put Donald Trump in office. Joe Biden's going to put Donald Trump in office because of what he's doing. See, we can't say in our community, we'll still be arguing about why so many Black people want to go with Trump. Oh, he don't like Black people. He don't like this. Do you think he loved the Muslims or something? They don't care because they moving with code. That's why. It's not about if somebody like you or not. One of the biggest Achilles heel to a lot of you in Black America is you still want somebody to like you. A lot of you still have low self-esteem. Even in 2024, you still have low self-esteem. If you can get just a little pat on the head by the folks, you feel good about yourself. You don't want them mad at you. You don't want them side-eyeing you. And what happens is that's what the liberals use against Black America. They side-eye you. They nasty to you, whether it's a Democrat shield in our community or even just a straight-up white liberal. They are nasty to you, call you names and all that. As long as you do their bidding, then they give you a little pit on the head that you want. getting the validation, I guess, that you need to make it. And this is why Black America is lagging behind other groups. The Muslims don't even have the numbers that we have in the area of political capital, money, or anything. And yet they understood being on code and getting Biden to move. Now, what if we stayed on, we stood on business and been on code about our reparations and say, we don't care about what no Trump got going on right now. We're not voting for you. And there's a lot of Black people that say, you know what, I am going to vote for Trump. Let's call it what it is. If somebody told me today, you have to vote, you ain't got a choice. It's either Biden or Trump. I'm going to go with Trump. I'll tell you that if I had to, I'll go with Trump. Because Biden has been the most harmful against my community, against my people. But you have a lot of people in our community who are weak and cowards. They will go with Biden, and they don't care about what Biden do to our community. Don't care. They don't even want to say, let's go ahead on and sit the Democrats down for this presidential election and teach them, don't play with us about our reparations. So when you come back around again, talking about come vote Democrat, where our reparations at? And don't be playing that what the Republicans did for you. Where my reparations at? It's the only thing I want to hear. See, 2024 was about teaching you a lesson. You understand? That's what that was about. Now, 2028, we'll tell the same Republicans too. Where our reparations at, bro? Where they at? We need that. The Democrats have to be sat down because they don't treat us right. What happened in the time period of Joe Biden is atrocious. It is wrong for Black Americans to be standing in them long lines voting, and then this is what happens to Black Americans. Joe Biden's policies has hurt Black America. Of course, it hurt all of America, but you know, I'm going to stay in my lane. It's hurt Black America big time. It has. He's touting prescription drug prices. That don't benefit the majority of Black America or even America. That benefit a subset, but not the whole. What would benefit the whole is get that inflation down. He kept them interest rates up 7-8%. When people was having interest rates of 1 to 2% at one point in time, when people can buy houses. The moment Biden got in office, 1,500 men lost their job because he went in there and shut down the Keystone Pipeline. I come from oil and gas. I'm telling you, the Keystone Pipeline, with not only those men that worked on the pipeline, but all the refineries, all the truck drivers, all the people that's dealing with this. You got construction workers who dealing in the facilities. There's so many men that really lost their jobs behind Biden. We should be energy independent. Energy independence make you rich. He playing all this EV crap. Nobody want no EV. People want oil and gas. It's just that simple. EV is luxury. That's when people got money to afford it. People have no money to sit up there running up their light bill behind no electric car. He not even giving no tax breaks for it. So what are you talking about a stupid EV for? When it's running up people's light bill, charging them cars up. People can barely pay their light bill. Then in the summertime, the lights go up, jack up, and you got an EV too, draining your pockets. That doesn't make sense. An EV will cost you more money down the line with a light bill than gas would ever would. Now let's get to our next slide. Now the top one says, what comes closer to how you would feel if Joe Biden was the Democratic nominee for president? Now you got enthusiastic, satisfied, but not enthusiastic, dissatisfied, but not upset, angry, and then don't know, refuse. Now, of course, we're going to focus on Black people. You got 27% said that they was enthusiastic. 33% say they were satisfied, but not enthusiastic. 28% says they're dissatisfied, but not upset. And only 5% are angry. Why only 5% are angry? We should be having 75% that are angry. What's happening to us, right? And then you look at, on the white side, kind of where they're leaning. You're looking at the Hispanic side. Okay, so black and white people are dissatisfied with what we look at, right? Now, let's go down there to Trump. And the same thing, enthusiastic, satisfied, whatever. Now, we go to black people. 39% of them said they was enthusiastic about Trump, but only 27% for Biden. Satisfied but not enthusiastic, 37% on Trump, and only 33% for Biden. Now, when you get to that satisfied but not upset, 20%, but yet higher for Biden. And then you go down to angry, that section, only 5% and matches Joe Biden. That spells trouble, once again, for the Democrat. But you know, the Democrats did this to themselves. See, let me tell you something, Democrats. What you do, let me tell you what was the stick that broke the camel's back. See, Gavin Newsom. Let me talk about Gavin Newsom. You see, y'all play with black people in California, and you actually play with black people all over the country, okay? Because the whole black America was looking at California and the Reparations Commission, one of the largest states that Democrats have. So everyone paid attention to the Reparations Commission. We was all looking at it, covering it, studying it. You know, I did an interview with Camila Moore that's on the commission that was part of it. They did a study. They did a commission. Even the commission came back and said, yeah, black folks deserve cash payments for what happened after we did the study, right? As soon as they put it out and say black people need cash payments for what happened to them, Gavin Newsom, not the California legislature, Gavin Newsom himself ran himself to Fox News, to Sean Hannity, and made sure to tell them reparations about more than cash payments. No, I don't think it could be education, it could be whatever, not cash payments. See, y'all don't realize when Gavin Newsom did that and California did that, y'all don't realize that that was actually the nail in the coffin for a lot of black Americans with the Democrats at this dispensation in time. You see, while we're watching other groups getting billions of dollars right in this country, because they're giving the migrants billions of dollars right in our face. But you're going to tell us, the people that built this country, the people that didn't get paid for any of their labor at all, no, it's not cash payments. That's not what it is. But you didn't tell them migrants is not about cash payments. You have no problems giving $1,000 gift cards and credit cards. You have no problem doing any of that. You have no problem opening schools that's been shut down in the black community. All of a sudden, now you can open these schools up for migrants. It's no issue, no problem. They can come across the border, don't have to follow no laws. You say you have a sanctuary city, Democrats, and say you're not going to assist the federal government in rounding up people who are illegal in this country, but you have no problem rounding up black Americans and handing them to the federal government. It's sanctuary for them, but no sanctuary for black Americans. And I told y'all, you're lucky I'm not a lawyer, because I'll be suing every single Democrat-ran city to have a sanctuary city status, because that's discriminatory. It's extremely discriminatory. So those people, you're going to not assist the federal government, but with black Americans and any American for that fact, you're going to assist them? If you're going to be sanctuary, then be sanctuary for all. Be sanctuary for everybody. Because anytime black people say we need something, we got to do something for everybody. But when it comes to these other groups, you don't use that everybody word. Every time we say what we need, it's everybody, all, this one, that one, minorities. It's everybody all of a sudden. That's the first thing we hear. Well, we can't just do something for black people. We got to do it for everybody. But you didn't tell that to the migrants. And you wonder why people going from 4% to 23% to Donald Trump. Because black America know Trump gonna get them on out of here. Black people know, hey, if Trump get in here, they get out of school. There should have been open houses that's Trump on out of here. That's what I'm telling you. It's the migrant crisis that's really gonna get black Americans to vote for Trump. I'm not saying all of them will, because you got some people that just, trust me, they're a lost cause. I'm not arguing with them. I don't care at this point. I'm not gonna waste my time with it. If you want to go vote for Joe Biden, go ahead. Like I said, I'm not wasting my time arguing with you. All the people I'm talking to, that's at this point. And y'all don't waste your time arguing with these people in this section. Don't argue with them on X, Facebook, TikTok. Don't argue with these people. That's a waste of your time at this point. They're lost. And some people listen, even the scripture said all won't be saved. So if the scriptures are teaching all won't be saved, then who are you to think you're going to save them? If God himself won't save them because they don't want to save themselves. So let's just stop wasting our time arguing with people that just time wasters. Because some people do that. They time waste. They are hell-bent against our community. Do everything they can to be against us, okay? And that's fine. That's 100% fine. What we have to do as a community, brothers and sisters, what we have to do is focus on what we need to focus on, right? And we can't keep going on with this unlimited checkbook to foreign governments, unlimited checkbook to all the migrants, taken from our neighborhoods when we don't even have resources as it is. That should anger Black America, period. Whether they choose the couch or whether they choose Trump. I told y'all before, I know Trump gonna get them on, gonna go ahead and get them on out of here, out of our neighborhoods. Stop taking the resources. Y'all in Chicago, y'all angry. Y'all need to be howling at Trump right now and telling them, hey man, Black New York, we're taking our resources. Who's saying, okay, all right, listen, I'm not talking about the politicians. I'm talking about your rank and file American citizen who's a Democrat. They even said that this is way too much. They're going too far. So if Democrats are saying they're going too far, now you have some of the people will say sign the bill. Let's talk about that. Joe Biden created the problem. Right. He let in 7 million people. He been flying in people that we know of from last year, over 300,000 people. He did all that. He made sure the CBP One app where they can just come on in this country on taxpayer dime. And then that's the guy that we're going to look at to fix the problem that he created. Then the only thing Trump said was we already have laws on the books to shut down the border. You say they can put back Title 42 back in where they can't come in here like that. He said the laws are already on the books to do it. You don't need new laws. That's the only thing he said, right? Every single thing that comes from the mainstream media and from that party. But like I said, they lost. So they're not objective. They just want to parrot everything that comes from MSNBC and CNN. That's who they listen to. And that's fine. That's their right and their choice to go with the Democrats. But my thing is you can't be coming to spaces like this thinking that you could say something to people when we've seen the issues and problems. Right. So yes, I'm telling you more and more. I've talked to people, and more of them that I talk to, Black men, even Black women, are talking about going vote for Donald Trump. It's just bottom line. Because the economy and the migrant crisis is just too much right now. That's really what it is. And I wouldn't be shocked if that number goes up to 30%, because check this out. All of a sudden, Biden is moving around now about Gaza. So he can move around when the Muslims say we're going to do uncommitted. He moves immediately. But how many times have Black people say, hey, man, we need reparations. Hey, man, we need an anti-Black hate crime bill. This is what we need. He like, forget y'all. That's exactly how he is. Because he's making those moves right now in Gaza with this aid, and I'm not against the people in Gaza getting aid. That's not what I'm against, because what's happened to them is What I am saying is look at how Biden is moving all of a sudden. So, why don't you do reparations of the former cash payments? You want to vote. I promise you'll get it in, but you're not going to do it because you don't want to do right by black people. Because that's really never been your thing anyway, is to do right by black people. So let's see what happens. Of course, all the shields are going to deny this from the New York Times. Like I say, they come from a podcaster. You know, act like that's what they do. Oh, you're a podcaster. Yeah, we have more than most of them there. You know why? Because we're out here. We're not running in boule circles that's being insulated. You understand what I'm saying? We out here talking to regular people all the time. And regular people are struggling with the policies of Joe Biden. That's why more people listen to podcasters more and more every day. Right? Because the podcasters are living the same life. They're not separated in some circle, in a luncheon. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably going through some Mason ritual. Mason ritual, which the main one, that's why the majority of them got their look about. People that know what I'm talking about, you know what ritual. A lot of them be looking the way they be looking sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them went through the Mason rituals. Oh yeah. But sisters in Black America, don't let that change. If you want to go vote for Donald Trump, don't let them change the couch. That's your business. Like, let's bring up your ancestors now. Your ancestors said that they wanted to fight for you to have a right before you didn't have a right to choose. Now you have the right. Voter ID laws is not racist at all. It's not. Not whatsoever. Matter of fact, let me tell you about the racism I had today. We bring up racism. So I went to Verizon Wireless today, and I was doing some things on my account. And in order to verify me on my account, they asked me for
your ID.
They asked me wait for my ID. Now, at that moment, shouldn't I act a fool and say, hey, this Asian man is asking me for my ID? That's racist. Or maybe the Hispanic manager that verified my ID, maybe he was racist. And then the Black woman that was the business manager of the accounts, maybe she was racist as a man because she had to be verifying who I am and things like that. So I guess an Asian man, I guess all of this is to me today at Verizon. Maybe I need to file a lawsuit or some racialization because they asked me for my ID. You see how ridiculous that sounds? Yeah. Don't let these Democrats run that game on y'all about voter ID is racist. It's not. It's just verifying who you are. That's it. Because the Democrats, what they want to have their new people they flew in here to go for them in an election. That's what that is. They try to use us. See, that's what they do. They try to use our moral capital, our story, our struggle, because we're the only group in America who have suffered in the way we have suffered. No other group in this country has suffered like we have suffered. And the history of the suffering, listen, if you suffer in America too, first of all, you came here by choice. And you got a homeland to go back to. What they do, you got it. I know you're the group. Right? So the Venezuelans are running back now. They got over here and they thought it would be a freebie, and they got to see that now it's not. Listen, they can't fund you forever. Right. You know the only group of people that have the moral compass and story to talk about the fight and the struggle. So they always try to use us to give other groups What we're doing today is that we're not supporting, not other groups or nothing. Finally, we're worried about ourselves,
Right.
because we're about ourselves. Because other groups don't worry about us like that. They're not talking about no black in this and Asian and black and Arab and black. Nobody's talking like that. All they worry about is their community, and that's fine. I'm not against them, but worry about their community. I'm not against them. That's what they're supposed to be worried about. We the one that were wrong. It was us trying to sit up here, do stuff for other groups, and then when these other groups don't reciprocate, then we get mad and our feelings hurt. But nobody really picked us to go cave like that either. Supposed to go do it, but now we on subject, so we learn a lesson from that. But it's gonna be more people going to Trump. Trust me, as that's why Democrats are trying to do everything they can to stop it, because they know they're gonna lose that election. Trust me on that. They don't have 80% of the black vote. Biden and Kamala's done.
Facts. Facts, Uncle Phil. Facts.
I am very happy.
All right, ladies.
Peace, family. Vicky, do
What do you?
About what? No.
About.
I forgot what the premise was at the beginning, because before you use the usual lecture at the end. I forgot what's the title of what was the title. I forgot. I swear to God, I really forgot, because I'm sitting here listening. I'm about I'm trying to stay awake, so I forgot the name of it. Just remind me of it. I told you I was exhausted. What was it? Democrats what? I didn't know that was choppy.
From 4. Yeah.
I just said it. I know you're so choppy. What I said is so choppy. So what I would say is, I don't. Either way, it's not bad. I can't hear you. I mean, so what I say is that so the black. But first of all, I think they're just gonna make our fucking mind up for us. So either way, they're gonna pick who they're gonna pick. You don't even have to show up. It doesn't seem like you have to show up, right? I know that when they gather these ballots, like over here in this area, I mean, they would motherfuckers would be trying to take out the ballot boxes and shit. It's kind of like that. But as I learn more, even the elections division and how they do the ballots and things like that, for candidates, how they cure them and whatnot. It's almost like a very, very non-trusting system. Almost like a system that, if it really doesn't want you to succeed, you really don't succeed. The newspapers put out the pathway of who's going to win, who they think is going to win. They put their little flyer out there to pick their person. I learned a lot from helping Jesse, and when I wanted to run, I definitely didn't know what I learned yesterday, or was it today? What I learned today in the morning, and I don't know how to go about it, but I know that I could have been running. Yeah, could have ran. Would I have won or anything, like a little city council seat? I don't know, probably, maybe not. Depends. I think if I had whatever choice I had a choice, regardless. Either if I would have got the signatures, I would have wrote in. But I learned that they weren't going to let me write in or have all the signatures. It didn't matter what happened. No means no. And at that time, I didn't really understand it. Now I understand it. I have full clarity now what all of it all means. I studied it this morning. And I'm like, man, you know what? It could either go one of three ways. It could go one of three ways. It could be a consistent struggle for the remaining part, or it could be a nice, solid, beautiful build and smooth. You just really be, or it can be really bad, All I know is that right, I'm not impressed with either or. I could care less. Both them, Biden and Trump, are not impressive to me right now. I don't think there's going to be a third candidate that's going to come out and just wow me. I mean, because I have to really, even with Cornel West, like, that was my choice. I haven't really given up on that. But I have kind of just felt like, I don't know, should we go along, get along, and just whatever our people say, hey, man, he can't, he's old and he's just too inclusive and he loves, just too hippie-ish right now. That's coming from black people. Or should I let white people kiss and sing praise? What should I do? And currently, I don't think that there's enough. I don't think that there's I don't think I want to. I don't care. Like the couch, it doesn't matter. I felt like they picked it already for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they've already lined up. That's the way it looks everywhere. Like everything looks like that. The more I've been watching over the last 2 years, it looks like they already want to make your mind up for you. You don't really have a choice. Look how they're pushing the narrative. I don't see in Colorado, we're giving given the word of sanctuary city. How the fuck everybody put their votes?
Technically, we're not a sanctuary city. The only reason why
I can't mentally comprehend that right now.
Okay, in order to be a sanctuary city, you have to have a vote of the people. We haven't had a vote of the people.
Okay.
Call himself answering dump as some human shit, and we want to make that perfectly clear. His first term in office. So there's really no law that says it's a sanctuary city. It's just a democratic.
There's no law. They don't have to force it. You're right, but it's there.
It's just purposely not cooperating with ICE.
I understand what it means. I read it. I get it. I read it.
You understand, but the people that's tuning in or will be tuning in on a later date probably don't understand.
That's why I was like, when we try to teach this shit way a long time ago. I do want to say this though. I did say, I can't remember what I said something that like earlier in the year that I forgot what it was. I'm so fucking exhausted. Everything about what it was. I apologize, family. I apologize. I apologize. It'll come to me. I think it's about Cornel West, personally. I just can't think about what it is. I had it right on the tip of my tongue. And then whatever Jesse's saying is like, we're saying the same thing, he just worded it fancy. And I was like, oh my God. I had to run it through my mind to make sure I was hearing the same shit. And I forgot my actual thought. Whatever Dr. said, he said the sentence, and I was like, yeah, I said that earlier. I forgot what it was. Literally. I'm tired.
Yeah. So, we hope that you're getting the memo.
I don't even know why we're talking
for your ass.
I don't even know why we're having an election. It's stupid. There's nothing to vote for. Like when the media only gives you a portion of the information, and they pick their specials, their favorites, and they push it all out, and this shit just rises real fast. And it's salacious. They already pick their winner.
Yeah, that's why it's a selection opposed to an election.
Right. So why are we even paying attention to it? That's what I understand. Why are we even paying attention to it? Does it matter to us? And what it was Gavin Newsom, right? I said the same thing. I told you way back when that shit hit and Gavin Newsom did what he did. I said he might as well committed political black suicide. Right? I was like, that's it. It's a wrap. He must have never wanted to go ahead. Go ahead, further, higher. Did I say that? Because he did that.
But that wasn't just him.
Yeah, his own topic.
That,
But we have 3 years in that.
came from the upper echelon, the top class, the shot callers of the Democratic Party.
What?
It wasn't just Newsom that came from the top down.
No, it was Newsom that said no, and then tried to walk it back.
It was Newsom
that governor. Hey, yeah, but he's the one who said, but he said no. You weren't there? Remember, he said no.
Lady Che.
What?
He represents a party. So if
he said no.
Brandy, Lady Che, please let me explain on our program.
I know, but what is there to explain, Jesse? He said no means no. Yes, he's a Democrat. Who cares? No means no.
Because it's bigger than Newsom. That's why.
Right, but if you watch that what?
Lady Che, let me talk, please. This is my program as well. Now, Gavin Newsom represents the Democratic Party. So it's not just Newsom. This is the whole party as a whole that's saying no. And now they're in for a rude awakening because black people are not voting for them. And the polls is going to continue to get worse for them. And this is what a ban TikTok and other social media that they don't control because they can't control the narrative. Because they're going to try to lie and say that Biden is up in the polls and things are looking good for Biden. And we here at the New Black Media and signal boosters of the New Black Media, we know goddamn well that is not the case. But we're watching these Democratic shields crash and burn right before our very eyes. And we're going to continue to love every moment of it. So if black people do vote for Trump, so be it. If we vote for the couch, so be it. If we vote third party, so see it. At this point, like Lady Che keeps saying, it don't even matter. If they're not offering us something tangible, then we're just going to sit it out. Because we got to send a message to these Democrats. They can't keep taking our votes for granted. They've literally been taking black people's votes for granted for the last 60 years. And practicing, Dr. Claude Anderson says malign neglect, but it's really malevolent, meaning purposeful neglect. So we got to send a clear message to them in November as a voting block, because we are the swing vote. No matter what they say, black family, we determine elections, no other group. That's why Sleepy Jim Crow Biden, when he said he was going to have our back like we had his, and we see how that worked out. If you still ain't seen, then you just purposely lost in the sauce. Just go along to get along. But those of you that are having Biden remorse and are now waking up and seeing that you made a grave mistake in 2020, you have the opportunity to send a clear message to the Democrats that they can no longer continue to take our votes for granted. So, and we've already said publicly on this program and others, other platforms, that we don't care if both parties collapse. We don't give a damn. What are black people going to get? That's our only concern. What are black people going to get out of this? Specifically, foundational black Americans, descendants of American chattel slavery, freedmen, the people that built this country. What are we going to get out of this? Otherwise, ain't even no sense in talking about it. So I'm going to move us along because we got speaking of the Democrats, we got Jimbo Jangles Clyburn. Chap showing for massive Clyburn getting stepped down from leadership within the Democratic Party. And he says that black reparations are impossible to implement. So our good sister Vicky Diller, shout out to Vicky Diller, she just gave RFK Jr. that work over at the bullshit cultural center, and
they disrespected. Y'all were so fucking disrespectful. She bigger than you. You know that, Jeff Barr, right? She bigger than you. For reals. He's just a buster. So like all your crew, busters, except for Montague. Montague,
and Gerald.
Montague and Gerald. That's it. Everybody else, busters, marks, mammies, coons. Right? You know she's bigger than almost. I mean, damn near all of you.
Yep.
He had the audacity, the fucking audacity to act bored, fucking roll your eyes, dismiss her, hush her, don't speak to her when she's talking. You know what I mean? Don't acknowledge the actual shit she was saying. Y'all busters. She did a great job. She gave him that work. He just sat there, took it, and then he didn't even acknowledge it, didn't do nothing with it. And then just like Jesse, I mean, and he's dealt with this sister, Jesse, right when y'all brought the Black agenda the first time, right?
Yep.
He should already know. But he's being a buster then.
2019. Yeah, he was being a buster then. He wasn't trying to come off them tickets.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He got tickets to the Black agenda, and the rest is history.
Right. So, good. She did a good job, excellent job, and I wrote a letter. I was kind of inspired about the good work she did because they didn't want to show that. They didn't want to show none of that little video that they made. So we got blessed to see some of that. We were blessed with that.
Thank you, Gerald. We were able to see it.
Thank you, Gerald. Don't get in trouble, Gerald. But thank you, bro. Other than that, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. You got a sister like that. She's bigger than you. Look it up.
Well, he's our Boule Martin son. Boule Martin is warring with the new black media right now.
Boring is boring. They're boring.
All the Polly types and Joy the Reed types and Chicks Cross Eyes and Angela Raj with tomato on the side types. They're willing right now because they don't know what they're gonna do. They know they ain't gonna be able to keep black people on the Democratic plantation much longer. So they're scrambling because they know they're gonna be in the unemployment line after November. Shout out to the viewers.
Little eyeball listen you.
We're on the Clyburn Bojangles. He said that he don't think reparations is going to be possible to implement.
Of course it doesn't.
So Vicky can give us the update.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Be right back. I'm right here, but go off camera again.
Building here for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to give us a big thumbs up and share the broadcast. And of course, be sure to download our new app for African Diaspora News Channel. I think you're going to love it. It will give you access with a high level of excellence to some of the most important content the world over. And that's news right here concerning the African diaspora. So we want you so much to download that. I think you're going to love it. Family. One of the longest serving congresspersons, and in particular black congresspersons, Representative Jim Clyburn. Representative Jim Clyburn, he is stepping down now from one of his House Democratic leadership posts. So everybody is tripping out.
Go ahead, Marcel.
The position.
No, Marcel did that speech.
When interviewed about it, we found that he's leaving the post so that he can spend more time to help Jim Crow, Joe Biden.
Oh, you saying to vote for
now,
Marcel?
You all, if you remember,
I need to vote for Marcel Dixon.
James Clyburn was instrumental in reviving Joe Biden's failing presidential candidate. So he is the one that helped to convince not only his people,
if y'all live in
his
South
state,
Carolina,
but because he's in the South, it really served as sort of a chain reaction to get other folks to support Joe Biden.
Look at
even though he was
fucking ass
something else. He believes in restoring and maintaining.
Oh my God, he looks horrible.
His hegemonic
looks like a bootleg.
Control.
Yeah.
Well, this is the man that's spending more time to help Joe Biden with his campaign, helping to revive it, giving it his all. Yes.
Remember, he got
he was giving it his all. He was seeing himself fucking Biden's ass so tight, man.
Remember this? Stop sloganizing.
Right.
Stop getting nothing.
You need to learn what reparations is.
I need to learn what reparations is. I keep talking about words. Hell no.
Hell no.
You'll never get
That was Marcel Dixon in an interview.
I remember when he said that. That was like,
Like I did. You're not even gonna think about it a little bit. I mean, just like 5 minutes.
This interview was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember I was there.
I was allowed to get an education, but I was still disenfranchised. You talking about the law? You talking about the law?
Wearing you, old man. Like you look like you about to go pull in your car or something. Sunday afternoon. Like a small little bullfrog.
How do you measure that? But Africans get educated now. You support Africans getting educated right now.
Because what? You know, if it came down to it, and he was giving his reparation, he'd have his hand out right now. He would have his hand out, like, yeah, give me all that. But when it came to anything else, he could give 2 fucks.
Hell no, we're not getting.
Not living after.
Did you see and hear the aggression?
In that lineage, watch. Like, no.
Body and his voice and tone. This is what you have to understand.
I remember that one time they had all the white people surround Marcel and he's talking about
White folks got
Well,
the
remember,
president
Marcel
was against reparations when he was exercising his presidential debate.
Marcel Capone show.
No. Then when he got in office, not only did he not use his bully pulpit to advocate it, regardless of which way Congress would have gone, but he was actually arguing against it, particularly in a piece that he did with the Atlantic, when he actually said, when interviewed about reparations, he acknowledged the injustice that our people experience is directly related to chattel slavery, black codes, convict leasing, Jim Crow. In other words, he acknowledged multiple forms of discrimination that has everything to do with our position here in the United States, which means it's man-made, it's created, it's engineered. Right. But then he had the nerve to turn around and say, we still shouldn't get reparations. And he even went so far as to use examples and said that young Asian and Hispanic Americans who are first-generation immigrants are going to say, why should they have to pay when they had nothing to do with that?
Oh my God, are you serious? Who gives a fuck what? That owed to them.
Have come from black presidents.
What about us? What about you?
They're the ones that's against it. Well, keep in mind, this is the man.
You can't make the all-inclusive happy. You can't have it, huh?
That's getting ready to give us all to ensure that Jim Crow, Joe wins again.
Yep.
I want to
that pussy open.
That not only did he say hell no in that instance.
He's standing on it too much.
During the previous presidential election, many.
What is he wearing? Who dresses it?
Were talking about Christians
White people were dressed
during their campaigns, which gave our issue. We're the ones that gave it momentum, of course. Mainstream media wasn't making this an issue. Their black talking reporters were pushing reparations.
He was just there. Some forums of it.
Candidates were talking about reparations. Guess who came in to help shut it down and to give the presidential candidates cover so they wouldn't have to talk about it?
Clyburn.
James Clyburn. This piece reminds us of what he said.
Actually, setting up black folks.
James Clyburn challenges reparations despite 2020 presidential candidates being open to the
that Major Cooning right there.
Clyburn, a South Carolina Democrat, who also happens to be the highest-ranking African-American congressman at the time this was the case, says he thinks, quote, pure reparations would be impossible to implement. And believes that given any sort of tax incentives,
I bet though, if that was to go through, his fat ass little hand would be out.
Years.
He said,
I want to remind some of you,
him and his
I talked about this almost at nauseam. And I
Of course,
still
this guy he began to pat on the head in the crowd. He's good.
How Democrats tell us how
Good.
racist
Good.
gerrymandering. For those that don't know,
People, he's good.
gerrymandering is basically manipulating the map of Black enclaves so that they can dilute our voting impact, and so that they can have the benefit of the vote. So they manipulate large Black enclaves, and sometimes they're not so large, but it diminishes the Black vote, in other words, and they start to play with the maps, right?
Right.
Well, how many of you all know that so many folks have been suing the Republicans because it's been most of the Republicans that's been making the headlines for doing that, right? Thus messing with Black folks' ability to vote. Well,
they've been making it harder for third-party candidates to.
Right. There's no such thing, really. It's been a real struggle. I was like, why? You can't even watch nothing.
I broke the story about James Clyburn involved in gerrymandering. And all of your Black talking heads are real quiet.
Now and again, they'll
not over here. Not over here.
Now and again, they'll invite a third-party candidate to a debate or a forum.
The Democrat who calls out the Republicans and sues them for this.
So did that shit in secret. It was busters, and then they didn't show it.
About how Representative James Clyburn protected his district
but
at a cost to Black
did
Democrats.
Remember?
Yeah.
When me and the nemesis went up to speak to them.
Yeah, I remember. I'm just saying though, the motherfuckers, they like when you deal with the lower status of the coons in Denver, like I try to do the secretive shit. It always comes to the light. I don't like ugly. Always come to the light. And at the end of the day, like you're not giving nobody an option. Like we have no option. Like when they even like with Trump, even Trump being on the ballot, like okay, it's kind of salacious. Who cares, right? But there's no other options. You can't even look at a different name and kind of ponder whether or not you're gonna.
I don't know if you remember, Lady Che, but in 2020, there was like 20 people to choose from.
For president?
Yeah.
I didn't even look at that then. I don't think I looked at that ballot either. I might have voted then. No, did I vote in 2020? Yes. I can't remember. You know what I do remember though is the city begging me to vote, and then giving me that shit, giving me that conversation through mail. We know you voted this year and this year, and we're gonna need you to vote again.
The voter report card.
It's a choice. It's like a fucking suggestion. I don't have to. And I magically managed to not to. Just like this time. I managed to lose my, I don't know why, I had it 1 minute right. 20 minutes later, the universe took it somewhere. I haven't seen the ballot since. I didn't even open it yet. Oops. It wasn't meant to be. You know what I mean? Fuck it. But maybe, the universe did it. There's nothing to vote for. In my mind. I mean, it's not going to help me in any way. This is tangible for me. I look at it for me right now as a whole. They're not talking about shit for Black people, period. You know what I mean? They're not talking about anything for us. Nobody is. Even if Cornell West is to an extent. But at another extent, it's all over the place. Just show the next one if you want to.
Yeah, finish this
family. He was facing the possibility of an unsafe district. South Carolina's most powerful Democrat sent his aide to consult with the GOP on a redistricting plan that diluted Black voting strength and harmed his party of gaining seats in the Congress. It talks about how this meeting was arranged in secret on November 19th of 2021. The Chief of Staff of South Carolina's Senate Judiciary Committee texts Dalton Tresvant, a key aide to Representative Jim Clyburn, the state's most powerful Democrat. It goes on to specifically talk about what was in the text. Hey, Dalton, Andy Fivik here. We wrapped up some morning things quicker than we thought, so if you want, can come earlier than 1:30. We're available. It talks about how the state legislature had begun the critical task of redrawing voting districts lines after the 2020 census. Yeah. Even small changes in the lines can mean the difference between who wins office and who loses and which party holds power. Yeah. It talks about as the process commenced, Clyburn had a problem. His once majority Black district has suffered a daunting exodus of residents. Last count. He wanted his seat to be made as safe as possible. Republicans understood the powerful Black Democrat could not be ignored, even though he came from the opposing party and no official role in the state level process. Fortunately for them, Clyburn, who is 82 at the time, he's older than that now.
Oh my God.
Re-elected.
How old is he?
Term had long ago made peace with the art of robbery. It talks about Tresvant, that's his aide, high-level trusted aide, made his way to the grounds of the antebellum state house of Clyburn 16th, presented it to Civic and the other Republican committee staffers who were working to reconfigure the state boundaries. Some of Trevant's proposals appealed to the Republicans. They added Black voters to Clyburn's district while moving out some predominantly white precincts that leaned toward the GOP, but the Republicans kept Trevant's map confidential as they worked through the redistricting process for the following 2 months. They looked at Trevant again near the end, according to the public records obtained by ProPublica. The resulting map, they say, finalized in January 2022, made Clyburn's lock on power stronger than it might have been otherwise. And House Representatives seat, a House of Representatives seat that Democrats held as recently as 2018 would become even more solid for the incumbent Republican. This came at a cost. Democrats now have virtually no shot of winning any congressional,
but it's a real page turner.
State political on both sides of the aisle.
Real page turner.
It's the man who so
that
he could secure his seat.
He would be turning.
God damn, old.
Over his
Black
and possibly future Black congresspeople.
Oh my God. It's like, oh my God.
Reparations.
Hell no.
Instead of getting a different time, that implementation.
Right.
That's our Uncle Ruckus. That's Uncle Ruckus.
No, straight Steven. Had me go Steven's house?
No.
No, sheep. Put that nigga on a horse. I used to on that nag. Never said on the nag. That's funny shit.
This broadcast with your family and friends in the South and throughout the United States to give them reason to hold their vote until they decide to do what we tell them to do when it comes down to reparations. We want to vote. We got to be smart about our voting.
Right.
Exactly. I'll give a lot of money and resources and tangibles to Afghans.
Yeah.
Hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine.
Fucking nope.
We don't live in this. AAPI community. And of course, members of the dominant society keep benefiting. That's outrageous.
Yes.
I can't wait to see what you say about it. My name is Vicky Dillard. Be sure to give the broadcast a big thumbs up.
Do the same for
Hi, Vicky Dillard. I hope you got my letter. I was so impressed. Hi, Vicky Dillard. Shout out to Sister Vicky Dillard. Huh?
What are the little eyeballs?
Who cares? They're probably here hiding in the clouds. I don't care. They'll be back. Show up. I don't know. Probably think it's like, goddamn, it's like 11 o'clock, dude. Or they're probably tired too.
Midnight.
I know. They're like, geez, just wrap it up so they can go lay down. Please.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on the Jumbo Jangles?
I said everything I wanted to say during that. I thought it was a bit over it because I thought I gave my commentary like 30 minutes before. Fuck him. He is old ass. Go home now. And I pray that Marcel Dixon gets in his spot and really turns shit up and does what he needs to do to get his shit right, get that area right. Because that shit, he's been doing a piss poor motherfucking job. Piss poor job out there. He might be over there sucking dick in the building, but he's fucking up outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The people are unhappy outside. He could be showboating on the inside, but your constituents are shit suffering on the outside.
He said all he wanted was his family to be good.
They are good. Fuck them. Now you can go home and stay with them. Okay, move along. I'm good. Fuck him. He's boring. That man, motherfucker's a coon, man. He's fucking a coon.
He with them old ass clothes.
Like he can go. Like get on, cuz. It's a wrap for you. Jesus Christ. Like, let it go. Now you gotta go home. Go home. Like, fuck. How long have they been in the office, dude? Fuck him. I hate him, dude. Oh my god. Like, so crotchety ass fucking non-church folk. Okay? I'm gonna tell you, he don't go to church.
30-something years.
I'm gonna take his ass home. He had a good, non-good run. That's why, you know what? He never would have split that until Marcel Dixon got in there and shook him up a little bit. He knew his seat could have been in jeopardy. And have the little white man talk about you all nice and neat. But over here, fuck you, Clyburn. Stupid. Get on. Go home. Go home. Go home. Play with your little dog. Do what old people do. I have no respect for that. No, hell no. 30 years and you ain't did shit? You deserve that. Yeah, that's probably why he wanted to go step down or whatever. Because, you know, he got shook up last time. And you saw how upset he got every time he got confronted outside the white picnics. He's all shook up. You know, like having those arguments. They gotta kick motherfucker off and get on my plantation. I'm entertaining white folk here. You know how he's setting Marcel out, trying to set him up. So I guess he's like talking shit and walking towards the street. Yeah, he knew his shit was numbered. I remember that was fun. I hope he gets it this year, or again, you know, when it's time. I mean, maybe that's what it needs: some fresh blood, you know, fresh insight.
Yeah, his election is in November.
Yay! Well, I hope it goes well. That's one of those I'm be like, come on, get your votes up.
I can't find this other clip about punk ass Tyrese.
Yeah, eyeballs that came back. Oh, it's twin.
Hey,
finally
twin.
showed up.
Thank you for making your press.
I thought he forgot about us. I would have blamed you. I wouldn't want to come in here. I don't know, man, but you should have had it together.
All right, so we just finished up with Jim Bojangles, twin. He said, no, he said, stop sloganizing. Y'all stop that sloganizing. He said,
man, because he didn't do it.
Y'all didn't get nothing. Yeah.
Clyburn, man.
Reparations. What is that?
He said no. No. He said it too. No. All right, cuz. All right. But that's how I'm going to go down. Tell you that when Marcel Dixon was over there, you know, showing up at his shed, his little white picnics, that motherfucker shook up. He was like, Clyburn. And old boy turned around real fast. And he knew it was a rap. White ladies be like, what you want? What you want? We good over here. Go on now. And white ladies was not liking Marcel Dixon fucking with Clyburn like that. He was like in everyone.
We shall overcome.
Oh man. Oh my God. White supremacy. After you're gonna overcome that 61 billion, though, you gotta pay back.
Not billion, 1,000.
That was funny. I don't care. It's just hilarious. Mm-hmm. What are you doing, man? What is this?
I'm getting on a Tyrese. So.
Oh my God! How long is this one, Jesse?
I'm just playing a small piece of it. Tyrese Gibson wants
really
to
how long? I got like maybe I'm trying to go like what? See, 30 minutes?
20 minutes.
Fuck no.
Probably
I'm not
even
gonna
that long.
Please, Jesse, please. Please.
You gotta tap out, lady. Tell you can tap out.
No, man. Breeze through this. Breeze through this. What are you talking about anyway? You already watched it. What are we talking about?
Tyrese. If you will listen, lady, I can tell you what we're talking about. Black actor / artist Tyrese Gibson wants to
yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I mean, what he said, I mean, I can sum it up in like 2 minutes. What he said was some bullshit. He was really like, if you say he could have just applied to black people, sorry it didn't work out for you, bro. But it does happen. I mean, you don't just have to say, oh man, fucking I'm over here and white people and I see them in Mexicans. I want to be just like them because they stick together. Hey, come on, guys, stop the cap. If it didn't work out for you and your family, doesn't mean it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, you might just stop being a black man and you just wish you was Latino. Why? Why would you want that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's some of it.
There's a voting down ballot blindly. Waving them up. Just give up. Something wrong. Let me tell you something again. We are the dopest, most lit human beings to ever walk this earth.
Mm-hmm.
Our resume proves it, but when it comes to politics and policy and things in that area, that there's something deeply wrong with us. And it's only happened over the last 50 years. And I'm going to tell you what's wrong.
Who is this?
I said before, I'm going to say it again.
Some dude name.
But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees.
Look at that right there. Let me tell you what's wrong. We don't have a leader. Leaders are that important to gather people and focus them.
I wouldn't let
After they knocked out.
He's all up. You know, he's just a weird shit. He's emotional.
That's what's wrong with us. We need a leader.
It's not going to be him.
He ain't no leader.
I learned about it through
we need a leader.
It's like 2-3 weeks ago. And said he easy.
Trump posed the border, white savior, and culture
I
to
just
get
seen
those
the Black
reparations
Panthers,
set
and I
aside.
wanted to show the Black Panthers. We're about to talk about it.
We need 2 white saviors.
He didn't mention that.
I've always been saying that. Oh, you're just worshiping the white man. How I worship the white man when we are greater than the white man. I've always taught that. I was always raised that way. We're far doper and more lit, more accomplished than the white man. They can't hold a candlestick to us. Shit, we were created by these elite Europeans to be the world's greatest. If we're the world's greatest, how can you worship a white motherfucker when we are the world's greatest? That's a fact. They worship us. See, Africans worship white people worship us. That's how that works. You will never see a stadium full of Negroes worshiping a white man. But every day and all day, you will see a stadium and coliseums full of white people worshiping us.
I feel like
like Jamaica or Haiti, go to Africa and it's switched. They worship the white man. Let a white man go to Asia, India, wherever. They worship the white man. Everywhere on earth, they worship the white man. But here in America, ADOS-FBA does not worship the white man. The white man worships us. White man goes to Latin America. They worship a white man there. This is the only place on planet earth where the white man worships us and he is not worshipped by us. Only place on earth. Let a white man pull up anywhere on planet earth.
That's true.
Latin America worship all through Asia, China,
India. They can't be worshiping motherfuckers and killing them.
Let a white man pull up anywhere on planet earth. He is worshipped.
I'm so confused.
The only place the white man is not worship is here in America, in our home.
What?
The white man worships us.
What?
To the point of jealousy and envy.
No, I don't think that's how it works.
The harm comes.
Shit, man, that's weird.
Yeah, we lost our
This
heart.
dude is weird.
Clearly.
It's in us. It's built in us, but we lost it. It's in our genes. Shit, we come from slavery.
I don't know what plantation he's on other than some weird shit.
Indian commingle with the dopest culture. We got the dopest genetics, dopest ancestry, elite European, native Indian. We got the dopest culture, elite European. All of that commingled together. And then added method, we were bred for extra greatness. And human evolution, slavery and Jim Crow has made us the most dynamic humans ever. The only world's dynamic humans. It's just us, super dynamic, and everybody else basic. We're like HD. Everybody else is in blurry black and white. We're in HD. We live life in HD. Everybody else lives life in a blurry black and white. We're the only HD people. Full HD.
His second place must be glorious.
Now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long.
Fucking up my night with my song too. And he's saying all this weird shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is fucking weird.
Black men are scared.
Oh my god. Just
I was in the back the whole time. I just came up to the front. How we doing, Pinky? How we doing, American Hope?
You think black men are scared?
I was in the back. So let's get to the.
These croons are scared.
I'm like, God, this dude is weird as fuck. Yeah, that's scary. He wants to migrate to Ghana because the U.S. wants black men checking. What?
For those who said, I want you to look at your school.
Is Meek Mill even FBA?
Meek Mill wants to migrate to Ghana.
Bye. This is what. Goodbye.
Meek Mill is ready to migrate to the motherland. Ain't my motherland. The motherland is America. But let's continue. Due to how the U.S. is
made, his motherland is in the land of curiosity.
Tear black men down. America has made Meek Mill a world superstar. How is that being torn down? We're the second richest group in America, and richer than any African nation, Caribbean nation, Latin American nation. How is that tearing us down? White man tore us down, but not America. The white man has robbed us for 350 years. The white man did not rob us and burn down 50 towns and flood dozens more. We would have at least $50 trillion cities. The white man did not rob us for 350 years due to his insane greed.
The white man did that?
$50 trillion cities. All of us would be around with Maybachs and Bentleys. All of us would be living in mansions. We would be richer than the oil barons of Saudi Arabia and OPEC.
Already rich as
That's how dynamic we are and how big the theft was. That's why we are owed 5 Americas. America is our inheritance. But just in case,
5 America owes. And we paying out the ass every few hours.
Look at this
here. Just remember, there's continents. Oh.
Look at this. Those everybody are little boys and girls.
Yeah.
Little boys and girls.
Being old.
And what they did with the water hose was these white motherfuckers were so evil and so nasty. That's not a normal water hose. Listen.
No.
What they did was they took 2 fire hydrants and put those together into one hose. So the pressure coming out the water hose would be twice, double the normal amount of pressure. That is what you are witnessing.
Yeah.
They said that the power of that water hose was so powerful, it was ripping off the flesh.
Wow. Where's it going with this?
as you see.
Where's he going with it? Did he talk about Tyrese?
That water hose was so powerful, it was knocking bricks off the sides of buildings. Look at your screen. You got another superstar who has starred in many Hollywood films, Fast and Furious. He wants to be Latino. So we got two superstars. Tyrese, Fast and Furious movie star, and Meek Mills, a rapper star. Two stars, A FBA. One wants to be an African.
Well, okay. So is Meek Mill a tether or what?
He just said he was.
I'm telling you, there's something wrong with black men.
Yeah.
In the spaces I've said. Nothing wrong with them. We're the dopest, most lit humans ever. Nail into it.
Mm-hmm.
But black American men have become lost. And you might say to me, how come black American men have become lost? I'm going to tell you again, we don't have a leader. That is proof that even men need leadership. Even men need leadership.
Oh my God.
Lead your goddamn self.
In fact, let me tell you something. In fact, most black men are lost.
Need leaders. Lead
Michael Jordan. You might have heard of Michael Jordan.
The coldest leader.
His father was murdered when he was a young man.
It's definitely
rising out. Michael Jordan.
It's like half in, half out.
It's lost.
Yeah,
because Kobe Bryant, though he was a superstar, was on some fuck shit. Kobe Bryant decided to choose his 18-year-old Mexican wife and his mother-in-law over his own parents.
Over his own what?
Let's talk about Kobe Bryant. I'm telling you, grown-ass Negroes are lost. So you gotta use your brain because Negroes are lost. We don't have a leader, and Negroes are lost. Across, like I said, First Eye, love First Eye. He'll tell you, I never voted. Vote to couch the other guys. Let's go to. Let me show you how bad black men are lost in many spaces. Again, if when a black man puts his heart, mind, and soul behind him.
Okay, I'm done with him.
Thank God, man. Because I thought he's fucking he's just weird. Like, why are you so bitter? Like, what are you trying to? You ain't teaching shit. I mean, you so bitter. Like, they talk about we ain't got no leader. You ain't leading shit. You didn't lead nothing right there. You know, they're just fucking being disrespectful and all over the place.
I did not sub up.
Thank God. Oh my God. I don't even know how you put us through that. I have no idea why you would torture us like that. What did we do to you?
Is Twin still in here?
No, he left. It's like, he's obviously in here. I would have bugged out too. He left. No, he's in here. Well, at least so one eyeball is in here. I'm assuming it's him. I thought you had a cue. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. Maybe. Oh, my God. You don't have a cue ready?
I do, but the video I'm looking for is not in the queue.
Oh, well, let it go. What else you got? What's the next one on the list?
The white Maine shooter supposedly was shell-shocked and had mental health issues.
What Maine shooter?
Remember the white boy that shot up the bowling alley in Maine?
No. Did it happen recently?
Yes.
Oh, no. I'm interested.
It's like
I saw a clip about that, too.
It was in the last year.
Oh, yeah, nah.
Remember he went on a run?
Oh, what with the brown Crocs?
Yes.
Crocs? Hell no.
Yeah,
oh, my God. Fuck them. No, you can't let them go through with that. That's lies. I mean, like in the military, trained and shit.
He worked at a military.
Oh my god, yeah, that's cap. I don't even want to hear anymore. He was wearing Crocs, and then he went to like 2 places. He looked all comfortable in there, like Bobby did just fucking do. No, hell no. Don't believe that shit. It's pretty. Come on, traumatic man injury. Cap, look on Cap. All right, you don't even have to watch it. That's stupid. What does that mean? You trying to get out of the fucking jail time? I mean, they let him live, obviously. They go to another place with his little Crocs on and shit. Tacky. I mean, you understand, during you're putting in some work and you need comfortable shoes when you got out the car and ran around it or went in the Target or whatever, but you need them comfortable fucking nurse shoes.
After he shot up the bowling alley.
I don't know where he shot him. It didn't even fucking matter. He was wearing Crocs.
He shot a bowling alley up. He killed like 20 people.
It's like, yeah, it was some remember when she get killed and shit. I remember. I carry like I just thought I'm laughing because it's like the motherfucker about his shit in Crocs because he's wearing Crocs. Like he just was going for ultimate foot comfort on the same way. Like he's retarded. Just no.
It was Maine because
I remember when TBA covered it. I hear it. I was laughing then too. No, I'm truly just they let him live, and now you gotta wait for the justice to not happen. Come on, man, over it. Like really. Over here, let's just sit down right here. Take your little shoes off. Now we're gonna wait for your little trial. And you're gonna lie a little bit, and we're gonna create some other shit like temporary insanity. You bang your head with your child. Somebody fucking hit you in the bottom of the Why is it hush hush? They just made it up. Of course it's hush hush. They just made it up. Something weird. They ain't make up them fucking Crocs though. Put your mama's shoes back. Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah, I need to choose comfort as I run around this car with my AR. Comfort.
Yeah.
Hell nah. There's something wrong with him when he went in there looking all comfortable and shit. There's something really wrong with that dude. You wasn't serious? He's like, getting ready from jail. I got my orange fucking slides. So I'm wearing these Crocs from the wife. Come on. The fucking picture said everything to me. I was like, damn, this is what you wore when you left the house?
Look at this shit. Here it is. Analysis of Lewiston's gunman's brain shows traumatic injury at the time of shooting.
And? They ain't gonna stop you from going to jail. You're going to jail, hopefully. Fuck you. Hopefully you'll fall down and bump your head again. Weirdo.
Let me set it up for this month. So, in the last year, the suspected white supremacist gunman ran up in a bowling and shot and killed like 20 white people.
Yeah. We're supposed to lose sleep over this.
After all, it's Maine. There's really no black people in those.
So he killed 20-some white people in Crocs. They're supposed to feel bad about this.
Because we're supposed to feel bad about it.
Why?
Because they're allowing him the mental health defense.
What?
The reason why
you got to question the mental health because he was wearing comfortable shoes. And they let him live. They let him just walk out. Like he looked stupid as fuck when he came in that like that. Oh my god, white on white crime too. We're supposed to feel weird about this. Did he go to like 2 places? Did he go to like 2 places or something?
Yeah, he was on the run.
Yeah, mental health, dude. He wasn't fucking crazy when he dipped out the first one. He went on a little mission, right? Like he went to like 2 places, right?
Yes, he was on the run for like a week or 2.
Right, so that's crazy. He's crazy. No, that's pretty fucking cognizant right there. He in his right frame of mind. He's thinking,
when you're white and you shoot up a whole place like this bastard did,
he's racist.
And as you have brain, and you're going to be able to use that as defense in court. So
I can't believe the lawyer let him.
From their, well, it's from Boston. It's from one of the Boston networks up in Massachusetts. It says analysis of Lewiston gunman's brain shows traumatic injury at the time of shooting.
Which one? Shooting.
Here at BU's CTE Center did find evidence of brain trauma, Ed, and they say it likely played a role in Robert Card's mental health. Researchers at Boston University have confirmed Robert Card had traumatic brain injuries when he killed 18 people and wounded more than a dozen others last October in 2 shootings in Lewiston, Maine. Doctors who studied Card's brain say the damage they found is consistent with the effects of blast injuries. While in the Army, Card was an instructor at a hand grenade training range where it's believed he was exposed to thousands of low-level blasts. The family
These are old injuries?
Released the results, apologizing again to the families of the victims.
These are what?
These are old-ass injuries, too?
Yeah.
Hell nah. And they let him say it out loud? That's stupid. It's a setup.
So,
no.
In other words, ladies, he's shell-shocked.
I know what it means. I know what it means. I'm just saying, that's stupid. That's stupid. That's the stupidest fucking defense.
Why do people get this defense?
This is stupid.
While the findings are not an excuse for the horrific suffering he caused,
that's exactly what they're trying to pass it off as. They're trying to say the reason why he did the horrendous shit is because he had brain injuries.
Okay, well, like if I went and did some bad shit and I try to use that defense, I'm going to jail, and I literally have some traumatic injuries. Okay, for real, some whole cracked face and shit, like real life shit. I'm going to jail. They're not gonna let me pull that shit. You think while I was waiting to see a trial, they'll be MRIing and studying my brain to wonder why I did that as a white person? Man, come on. Oh God, they just be throwing money away. Letting motherfuckers get away with shit.
The finding with the goal of supporting ongoing efforts to learn from this tragedy and to ensure it never happens again. Card's family had worried about his deteriorating mental health and access to guns. So had his Army Reserve colleagues. Both went to authorities and expressed those concerns in the months prior to the shootings, according to documents News Center 5 obtained last.
So they were warned. See, they allow this type of shit.
Yeah, I remember that part. Yeah, so they didn't answer those warning calls. Well, then he don't get out because they fucked up. They should have locked him down. They should have got him
months ahead of time.
Check him out.
They knew he was a problem.
All right, they ignored it like always. Oh well, that all that death and shit is on them.
Yeah, just like the Uvalde.
Yeah. Yep,
that's on the Saginaw County Sheriff's Office.
I will never, for the rest of my life, get the vision out of my head.
Earlier this week, survivors of the shooting testified before an independent commission investigating the mass shooting, how law enforcement responded that night, and whether warning signs were missed. Now, the U.S.
Clearly, they were missed. Purposely missed.
Right.
You know,
and to catch him, they obviously didn't give him.
And you still allow him to go through with the shit. And now you want him to plead insanity or some stupid shit, or he has mental health condition. But black people aren't afforded this at all. Never. Even if we are mentally ill, we're not afforded this at all. We literally have to go out of our way to prove that we have some kind of mental illness to even be able to try to even use that as a defense in court.
Army Reserve will go before that independent commission tomorrow. Commissioners are expected to release their initial report next month. We're live at the VU School of Medicine. I'm Mary Salagna, WCDB News Center 5. Tonight, new analysis shows brain damage likely contributed to the erratic behavior of Maine's deadliest mass shooter. Robert Card is seen in this chilling post.
Shit.
Look, he look unstable. What?
I said, this is terrible shit. How they just ignored it.
They're scared. I'm gonna freaking do something.
Look, he looks real anxious.
Captured months before, the 40-year-old Army reservist opened fire, killing 18 people and wounding more than a dozen at a bowling alley and bar in Lewiston, Maine. Police had been called by fellow Army reservists concerned he was acting erratically. After a days-long manhunt following the mass shooting, Robert Card took his own life. The medical examiner sent tissue from his brain to Boston University's world-renowned CTE Center for analysis. The lead researcher now revealing Card had evidence of traumatic brain injury, and that the results are similar to those of blast trauma. The Card family is now pointing to his work as a hand grenade instructor for the U.S. Army Reservists.
Well, I guess he doesn't go to jail. Go real shit. That's terrible.
While Card was never deployed for active duty, his family alleges for years he was exposed to low-level blasts during his time as a reservist grenade trainer at West Point. Tonight, an Army spokesperson tells NBC News the lab findings are concerning, adding they underscore the Army's need to do all it can to protect soldiers against blast-induced injury.
We do know a lot of veterans are exposed and have been exposed to traumatic brain injuries and blasts. We need to better understand how we can help them.
If he's making these threats, they need to get him to the hospital.
Today, multiple U.S. Army reservists testified they raised the alarm about Card the summer before the shooting.
We collectively noticed that Card was exhibiting strange behavior, and we notified our command.
One testified Card was admitted to a mental health hospital, and after that, never returned to West Point. Tonight, an Army spokesperson tells NBC News that it's updating its guidance on blast-related injuries and that it plans to launch a safety campaign in the near future.
Thanks for watching.
Let me say.
But Biden, Trump, one of them fuckers.
My former councilman.
Oh, former councilman.
Herndon.
Oh yeah, that guy. You see how irrelevant that was? I totally forgot his name. Yeah. I mean, shit. It's school, right? I mean, I don't know.
U.S. Army reservists,
right?
Testified they warned officers about his erratic behavior months before the killings, yet superiors waited to act.
Did you take any action during this June 2nd through July 15th time period with respect to Sergeant Card?
No, ma'am.
October 25th, Card shot and killed 18 people and wounded 13 others in Lewiston. After a 48-hour manhunt, the 40-year-old was found dead by suicide.
My simple hope is for the truth to come out and for there to be some changes.
Card's family had told police and the military he was hearing voices and making threats. Body cam footage shows New York State Police questioning him last July after fellow reservists called them in following an altercation. Police let him go.
What was it that caused the issue last night?
They always let these psychopaths go.
Right.
Crazy
that was the most angry.
And they said, "Oh, we didn't know he was a problem."
Right.
No, you knew he was a goddamn problem. Just like all the rest of them. And you go down the list, any other motherfuckers you can name, white mass shooters, the police knew about them. The FBI knew about them. The CIA knew about them. All these surveillance organizations knew about them. And it still allowed them to do whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're white. I'm going to say so. Oh, you're white like me. Oh, you're free to go.
They keep saying behind my back, I confront them, and they pretend like I'm here and stuff. Okay.
Mass shooting researcher.
So he was schizophrenic.
Makes sense to me. I mean, I don't know how to say it.
One of the changes that some of us in the research world are hoping to make is to not have that erring on the side of protecting the individual, but rather protecting society.
Card was a hand grenade training instructor.
They would lock up every soldier if that's the case.
Released results of expert analysis on his brain
they come all fucked up, like real angry and shit.
Of traumatic brain injuries. Dr. Ann McKee writes, while I cannot say with certainty that these pathological findings underlie Mr. Card's behavioral changes, brain injury likely played a role in his symptoms. Card's family acknowledged that information doesn't excuse the suffering he caused. Families of victims and those who survived say the system failed them by failing to take away Card's guns.
Yep.
Global News. Halifax.
Mental health check. Fucking take him in. Get him on some meds.
Yeah. Oh, must be nice. I'm waiting on say so.
Right. When it happened, dude, I would be going to jail. Or not going to jail. I guess I'm going to jail in heaven.
He was mentally ill. That's why he did what he did.
Yeah. I mean, shit. And he killed himself. It took like a whole week.
Yeah, on some coward shit, like.
Right.
He knew he was gonna go to prison for the rest of his life.
I got like maybe 10 more minutes in it. It's just because I'm like uncomfortable sitting in there here like this. I can't see, so I gotta sit up close.
I'm trying to find the cue.
You know what I mean? Like maybe 10 minutes left. Like I was fidgeting around over here, trying to stay awake.
There's barbecue. Barbecue ain't playing down in Haiti. He said he want that farmer out, or else. I can't find the damn cue. Oh, here. Okay. All right. So, is that your final thoughts on that topic?
I just feel like it's a sad state of affairs, and it's on the state to do what they need to do. It shouldn't, yeah, he did it, but I mean, if they've been warned and they knew, they have record of it, that he obviously has issues stemming from that, and they didn't do nothing about it. They didn't lock him down, change his meds, give him some rest, some water, whatever they need to do. Monitor for 2-3 weeks a month, and he's just out there just angry with his feelings or whatever, or something triggered it. Yeah, it's on them. It's on whoever didn't do their job. And he killed himself, so it's terrible. It's terrible. I'm making jokes and shit, but still, at the end of the day, it's still really bad because the military dudes come back all fucked up. Anything to set it off, baby crying, fucking dog barking, an alarm, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Right. It looks like our good brother, council member Eric Mays, and others have filed a lawsuit against the Flint mayor about 7 months ago. Interesting. And then all of a sudden he comes up dead.
Well, why did he die? How did he die? And why did he die? Was it like, did they ever say? He was a little. He looked like he was in good shape. A little old, but come on, not that old. Wreaking havoc, he ain't that old.
I think he had a heart attack or something.
Sad. As I said, you might as well just call me the female version of Eric Mays.
Yeah, that's what you used to say.
Yeah, I shed a tear, family. I did. I was very upset. I was very upset because, come to find out, they stopped my shit on purpose. I had plenty of time to keep running.
WM TV5.
6, HaKeem Deontaye Mays, the son of late Flint City Councilman Eric Mays, is suing Flint City Attorney and Human Resources Director. The lawsuit claims the pair refused to give Mays and his lawyers a copy of the city's insurance policy insuring his father, and that their refusal is based upon instructions of the mayor, who is also being sued. Mays claims he is the beneficiary of his father's insurance. He's seeking an injunction requiring the three to deliver a copy of the life insurance policy to him within 48 hours.
Why do they have it?
Kim says the city hasn't been served with the lawsuit. He says based on prior lawsuits filed by the Lento law firm who is on this case, the city expects to seek its dismissal as early as possible. The city should
Why do they have it?
Premiums with us, and Human Resources Director Eddie Smith adds Councilman Mays never designated a beneficiary. The HR director adds that under applicable city benefit policies, that when no beneficiary is designated, the policy will be payable to the employee's estate. He said a personal representative of the late councilman's estate must be designated by the probate court in order for the city to pay, but the city has not received any documentation showing that this has happened. Now, in part, Mayor Neely says they're disappointed in the allegations and that the city will continue to lift the Mays family in prayers as mourners wait for the first ward councilman.
Just give it to him.
Anyone that planned to attend Councilman.
Fuck you, Neely. Eric Mays couldn't stand your coon ass. You look like another.
You better get to him.
You look like one of them Michael Hancoon.
His funeral tomorrow, that it has been postponed until further notice. There's a court battle playing out in the family over who's in charge of his remains. Yesterday, a motion hearing was held between Maine and the Florence funeral home. His son claims he is his father's only relative who can decide what happens to his father's remains, and is accusing his aunts and uncles of fraud. That hearing is adjourned until Monday morning at 11.
Just because it is. Let his heir have it. Y'all don't need it. Let his heir have it. That's what it's for.
It's planned to start at noon tomorrow and last for a minute.
They said he didn't have nobody written down as his beneficiary.
He didn't have to. He had a son.
Where emotions are running high for city council members in the first council meeting since the death of First Ward Councilman Eric Mays. Raven Blue sat in on the meeting and takes us inside.
I bet they're bored and disappointed and sad as fuck.
Emotions were high as members of the Flint City Council held their first meeting after the death of First Ward Councilman Eric Mays. I wanted to come see what they had to say. I just wanted to pay their respects. As a read with the words, occupied the seat where Mays once sat, residents stepped up from the podium to express their dissatisfaction with some handling of Mays' death.
They giving him no respect whatsoever like they did when he was living. And Eric meant everything to everybody, not one ward, all 9 wards.
Many in the chamber turning their backs on some council members as they spoke.
The issue with his son and the family has not even been resolved. And I understand that the city
resolved.
But I just there are things that are
air. Why else have a child? Your brothers and sisters just try to be, hounds about it. Nah, fuck that.
Over a technical issue. Burns was commenting on the passing of the community icon, but her time ran out and she was stopped from finishing what she wanted to say.
And while that last Monday.
Residents are calling to reprieve several members.
I recognize that behavior anywhere.
The next step is to get the rest of the 5 out of office and new people,
Water's
and
still
then
fucked
it will
up.
be a better council.
Right.
In Residents say they hope the council can do the work they believe Councilman Mays was doing to help make the city better for all the residents and to move the city forward. In Flint, Raven Blue, WNEA.
No, but they're sad as fuck. Yeah, they didn't like him. They gave him a hard time, right? And you saw how grim it looked over there. Oh my god. Yeah, you know, he gave you that work. You missed it. You missed him.
Yeah.
I know I shed 2 tears.
The son of the late Councilman Eric Mays has filed a lawsuit related to the handling of his father's remains. HaKeem Deontaye Mays filed this lawsuit in 7th Judicial Circuit Court. In it, his attorneys allege Lawrence E. Moon Funeral Home, along with other members of the family, have violated Michigan law, committed fraud and conspiracy in planning a funeral. And they don't have the legal right to the councilman's remains.
Feel more or less.
Give him his shit.
Yeah, the proper send up that he deserves.
His son's attorney says right now everything is on hold.
Judge Pickell did rule in our favor with respect to our motion for a temporary restraining order. And so the purpose of that is at present to enjoin Moon Funeral Home from doing anything further with respect to Eric and his body and the funeral arrangements that have already been planned, pending the outcome of another hearing which is set for Thursday morning.
Funeral arrangements and an obituary remain posted on the Lawrence E. Moon website. We reached out to a family member who was named in the lawsuit and did not hear back. That court hearing on Tuesday is set for 10
I don't like ugly. We're
going to celebrate, we're going to honor, we're going to remember our friends, our advocates, our fighters, our voice, Councilman Eric Mays.
Over the weekend, community members held several vigils in Eric Mays' memory. This one on Saturday happened outside Flint City Hall. Dozens of people, including HaKeem Deontaye Mays, gathered for a candlelight vigil. The younger Mays, along with Bishop Patrick Munnerlin and friends and colleagues of the late councilman, also.
Quiet. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go fuck shit up.
Yesterday, a green and white balloon release was held at Castlebring Park to remember Mays. Eric Mays' untimely passing is creating a vacancy on the Flint City Council. He represented the first ward for more than a decade. In accordance with the city charter, council is asking ward residents interested in the position to send a resume or letter of interest to City Hall by 5 p.m. on March 18th.
They gotta do a vote. They gotta go put in that work. Go get your signatures, cuz. No, man. You gotta write a letter. What? Hey, you gonna let the seat get cold.
You gotta send your resume and a letter of interest.
That's not how you get on city council.
In Flint, apparently it is.
Oh my God. Can we go down there? It's probably easier and less corrupt.
You want to drink lead-infested water?
No, I'm just saying. I was so fucking upset.
Since I was a kid.
Yeah, I remember. I was saying, I'm like, go ahead. Fucking upset, dude. No, I know, Jesse. I was just this is how we get into city council. Just write a letter. The city ain't even cold yet.
Members will then decide on someone to temporarily fill the seat until a special election is held.
They're gonna do the election.
Shit, just go home. Why don't you bring a friend and I'm sit there?
Special election before they're gonna.
Son sit there. Put his son in there. Jesus.
Yeah, that'll be honorable.
Right. Put your son there. Not his brothers or sisters that fuck it up and just want his shit. Put his son there. I mean, damn, dude. Like, especially if that's the only one. You know? I was feeling generous. That's what I would do. I'm like, man, go get the son. You pretend to be his father for like a good 4 months. You know? But do it right. You're gonna do it. That's a bad man. Like I can't see anybody. Like his seat isn't even cold yet. If only been up there for a little while. You know, like can his seat get a little dust?
Hopefully, whoever gets that seat has the same Majoru spirit.
Man, that would be a rip. They'd be like, look at this motherfucker's just trying to copy, you know. He ain't beat his true self.
Point of order.
Point of order. You ain't gonna put your hands on me. That lady is nasty. Oh man.
Over who will have to say
Ray's moments were like my favorite. I couldn't go one day without seeing three of them.
The only relative entitled to determine their final disposition, and he's taking his
the order. That's not how the order works.
I wouldn't want to go down the way it's going down. I tried. It's not me. That's the reason that this is happening.
Eric Deontaye Mays, the son of the late Flint City Councilman Eric Mays, says he is heartbroken that he is unable to give his father the celebration of life he believes he would have wanted. That is because he is now in a legal battle with his aunts and uncles over the handling of the councilman's remains. He accuses them of committing fraud when they authorized the release of the councilman's body to the Lawrence E. Moon Funeral Home.
The body was taken to the Quincy County Medical Examiner's Office, and subsequent to that, another sibling represented that he had the authority to authorize the body be released to Lawrence E. Moon Funeral Home. Now, as Mr. Mays' only adult son, my client, Eric Deontaye Mays, is the only person under Michigan law with legal authority to make those decisions regarding the disposition of his father's remains.
Mays filed a lawsuit with the Genesee County 7th Judicial Court, and on Monday,
he got cheated out of you know,
the funeral home
process.
From anything with the body. Mays' funeral is currently on hold until the final hearing on Thursday.
And you gotta wait.
The funeral home has refused multiple requests to release Mays' body to the funeral home of his client's choosing.
They've refused, which is in and of itself a violation of Michigan law. And that is also despite the fact that they've been provided with executed authorizations compelling them to release it. They've refused.
Ooh.
Against Moon.
They refuse?
Councilman Mays' lack of will is adding to the dispute between his son and the rest of the family.
Unfortunately, when someone passes, family members tend to come out of the woodwork sometimes because they see dollar signs in their eyes. And that is what we think is the case here. We already have to believe that the family has profited.
Do the right thing, give everything to the son.
As a result of Eric's passing.
I reached out to the home and they declined to comment. I also reached out to
like a lot of petty, greedy shit going on here.
In Flint.
Shame.
All right.
Supposed to leave a legacy, give it to the son. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. That's what happens, though, right? That's what happens.
Mayor Sheldon Neely and the city of Flint are facing a lawsuit. The suit alleges that the mayor's unilateral creation
This happened before he died.
Of the American Rescue Plan Act Community Advisory Committee to recommend how to spend the approximately $94 million of ARPA funds allocated to Flint was illegal.
That's by Councilwoman Tanya Burns, Councilman Eric Mays, and 4 other Flint citizens. And TV5's James Felton was there and is live in Flint. James?
Yeah, that's right. Earlier today at a press conference here in Flint, the plaintiffs in this lawsuit made their case to the public. Attorney Joe Canizzo, who represents the plaintiffs in the lawsuit, told us why he believes what Neely and the city of Flint is doing is illegal. Now, there are 2 violations primarily that Mayor Neely and his administration have commit of the city charter in with respect to the ARPA committee. And that was number 1, how it was established,
And that's how either by ordinance or resolution. Which did not
Look at him smiling like he knows he did something bad. Look,
he got him on retainer.
Right. Look at it. He's like a little smile. Look at him smiling.
And
he looked like up to good.
Neely does not want the ARPA committee to be a multi-member body.
Because if it is a multi-member body, under the city charter and under the Michigan Open Meetings Act, the ARPA committee would then be subject to the Open Meetings Act, and it would have to conduct its business out in the open.
Yeah.
He's like, so there.
And while that press conference,
I didn't say it all.
Press conference,
there's a white leg like fuck.
Announced that the city administration will present a
We
resolution.
got the whites. The whites are on this side.
Allocate $5 million in ARPA funds for home.
Yeah. We got to sit on the same lane, but you three whites right here.
For comment on
I
this
wish.
and at this hour,
Flint looks
we are still
kind
waiting
of
to hear a response.
It looks a lot nicer than I remember.
Yeah, it's like it's just it's probably like a quiet time of town, a quiet time of day is what I meant to say.
He said he was knocked out. He's up now though.
Jesus Christ, man, that was an hour ago. Stay current with the times. I seen that an hour ago. Because you're not supposed to. Just do your job. Keep the shit going. We could get out of here. I got like 2 more minutes.
So, what are your thoughts on your boy?
Hey man, if it was me, I'm in charge. Give it to the son. Why? Because that's fucking like, even if it is like me and my brother, and then we had another sibling or two, and my brother had a whole bunch of shit. If he had a kid, I'd leave it to the kid. Off top. I wouldn't feel I'm entitled to anything that wasn't, especially if I wasn't really close or whatever. I mean, if I was a kid, I'd be like, look, none of these motherfuckers are close. I don't even know who that uncle is. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't seen them in fucking 2 years. That one just showed up like 6 months ago. I don't know. It's kind of sus to me. we eat Sunday dinner. I'm making them all kind of shit, showing receipts. You know what I mean? I used to take them to have a hamburger on Sunday. Just go give my daddy away to the mortuary and not tell me, and then I gotta wait them. You motherfuckers are petty and arguing and bickering, throwing chairs and shit. No. I'm like, some reason is a very valid point. Only air. He's looking very serious. He's upset. You fuckers are all on fuck shit, shame. Where the fuck did you come from for real? He said they ain't seen you. They don't even know what uncle and what side you come from. But you here, man, dusty, petty, bougie. Fuck no. He didn't like you. We knew about that he didn't like her. Like, yeah, go ahead and get us on everything. And while we wait for somebody to come, be elected for a seat, we'll let the son just go ahead and play Mr. Mays in Mr. Mays' seat. Because that son ain't got he got cheated out of a life. So in my mind, I don't even know. I'm not even knowing. But in my mind, if I was in charge, he could have it all. Like, fuck the family. It's petty and messy when you start fighting over shit like that. Goddamn well, he has an adult son. The only son.
Right.
Wife and the only son. And you ever had a brother or sister? I have a brother. No. I fight with a motherfucker or nothing. Maybe especially something. If I want it, I'll take it, right? I already made my stance. He renounced his claim to the throne of Zamunda. I think, contested, I'm taking it. That's how we addressed it today. So, already settled. He already knows. That's what he said. He said, I renounced my claim to Zamunda. That's what he did. I said, bet. Well, I was gonna be the only one to get through anyway. I'm the first, so everybody after me can eat a dick. But you renounced, better for me. Better for me. I'm petty. Better for me. Well, no, because you know, talk about our pop. So I was like, that's how we did that. So you renounce for real? You renounce your throne? So yeah.
For the month of February, the White House was going hard.
Shit for like the last 3 years. We argue about something for the last 3 years, and this motherfucker from 3 years ago, do you know what I tell me? That he renounced his fucking claim to his throne of Zamunda 3 years ago, with legally and everything, but he didn't tell me. So we've been arguing about the shit, and I'm like, man, just go do it. I mean, I know that if you don't do it, you're going to air, but secretly, I'm the first. So I got this in the bag. If I got to take it from you because you don't respect it, I'll take it from you, brother. You know how I get like that, right? For 3 years, this asshole had me thinking that this is a real argument. And he already signed the papers and renounced the shit. He's like, I don't care about that shit. She can have it. And he fucking with me for 3 years. He ain't shit. No shit. Like literally, we argued for fucking 5 hours yesterday.
Jesus.
Over warfare at the end of the day. Right? So who's gonna go fight the war? Miriam, right? Over an acid. Right? It technically belongs to us anyway. Yeah, but Bernie said, oh, sister, yeah, I renounced my claim to the throne of Zamunda legally 3 years ago. What? You did not, for real? Yeah, I was like, go talk. How many times did I say go talk to him? And he's like, no, I don't want to. Remember? That's because they already did that fucking shit 3 years ago. Oh shit, he does. And you want me to be nice to him? No, man, shit. So I was like, you see how it is there, like, so like, look, sibling shit. I got a sibling. He renounced it. He said he renounced it. I said, back, no taking back. There's no going back. And it's going down. The war is on. Whenever it's on, whenever it's on. It's gonna be like everybody gonna think shit's sweet. And then here come Brandy from around the back. Taking it all. Shh. Motherfucker's gonna sleep on the street.
So moving along.
Finally. Why does Cuz have a phone head?
It's non-FDA. Moving along.
It's too old down crowd like that.
R.I.P. to Councilman Eric Mays.
Oh my God.
Go to him. Hopefully his son gets,
give it to the son.
Oh, to him.
Right. Get to the son.
Your siblings who did that fuck shit, get there just do it. Moving right along.
What is this now?
White supremacist students hold online auction.
Oh, yeah. All right, after this one, I gotta go, okay?
Okay. For $2 and for $4 for each one.
Hell nah. That's fucked up. It sounds like it's gonna be a bad video.
Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Today, search African Diaspora News Channel and conversation.
Who knows anymore?
The National Urban League finally released the results of their annual State of Black America report, And they concluded that our civil rights and economic progress are being threatened by what's going on today. And when I read it, I'm like, well, what progress you talking about? Well, of course, they're citing the last 60 years. Apparently, there was some progress being made. And I guess, maybe they're referring to the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Got some sort of voting rights. Went in there and, changed the trajectory of how.
Yeah, we saw it. No, we saw it yesterday.
No.
Yes. Promise you we saw it yesterday. Promise you.
Well, the video is different than this.
What?
It's not the same video.
No, it was the same video.
No, it's not.
Trust me, dude. She's not going to do two of the same topic.
Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African
Okay, yeah.
Black voters, just a fact. And so you're surprised, you thought we'd be further along. It was like, how could you, when we're voting for a party that does not help us, like you say they're going to help us, and in fact, they help everybody else. Surely you can't.
What?
It's not the right video.
Okay, well, let's find something quickly. I'm telling you, you already watched a lot of the Dimitri K's yesterday. At least two of them yesterday. What's on the list? Read the list.
This is it.
I am very humbly asking if you could.
What'd you write down on the synopsis?
Unhoused Neighbor news and illegal migrant news.
Oh, so you don't want to go to February?
And I said that's only if we have time.
Right. So what was the one the one after Eric Mays?
That's the one I've been looking for about the slave auction.
Oh yeah, okay. Help you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we didn't see that one. I didn't see that one. You are right, sir. Tired. I think I'm getting sick. It feels like I'm getting cold.
I don't know how to go nowhere.
I'm way past my bedtime now. I'm tired. I'm like, fuck. Overwhelmingly exhausted. Family. Going through it for real.
Something's not right. That's not the right video. Here it is.
That looks like an alright school. Probably a lot of white kids there.
This is Western Mass News on Fox 6.
Latest out of Southwick, the Greater Springfield chapter of the NAACP is pushing for an investigation in the Southwick Regional Public School District after reports of racially charged bullying at their local high school. Welcome to Western Mass News on Fox 6. I'm Abby Carnevale. There's also allegations that white students held an online slave auction to bid on their black classmates. And Western Mass News reporter Wesley Days is with more details.
We want the school district to take the allegations seriously.
Weeks into a month where we're supposed to be celebrating Black history, Western Mass News received reports of possible racially charged discrimination against Black Southwick Regional High School students. We spoke with the Greater Springfield NAACP President Bishop Talbert Swan about the alleged incidents that included white students holding an online slave auction, as well as use of derogatory racial remarks against a Black female student.
In 2024, for that type of behavior to be going on among teenagers lets us know that we've got a myriad of problems. One of them being the fact that racism is being passed down from generation to generation.
The local NAACP branch sent a letter to the school district leaders, including Jennifer Willard, the superintendent of the Southwick Tolland Granville Regional School District.
See how swollen we got over the last hour?
Of racial bullying.
We want them to be more concerned about the well-being and the safeguarding of the student than its reputation. This is time for course correction.
Look how swollen I am.
Behavior.
The first time the district has run into problems. In 2022, we reported on racial vandalism in one of the men's bathrooms
earlier. You see how swollen I got?
The principal called it one of the most disrespectful and hateful acts that he witnessed on campus. And as history seems to repeat itself, Bishop Swan says it's time to take action.
The dignity of every human being should take place 12 months out of the year. But we do put a special emphasis on the month of February, Erica. And to have to deal with young men engaging in this type of racist, disrespectful behavior during this time is reprehensible.
We're also hearing from the Hampden County District Attorney's Office. They provided us with a statement that reads, quote, on Thursday, February 15th, the Hampden District Attorney's Office became aware of an alleged hate-based incident involving juveniles in the town of Southwick. The immediate description and nature of the alleged incident prompted Hampden District Attorney Anthony Gallooni to direct the involvement of members of his office and its Massachusetts State Police Detective Unit. Hate-based harassment and violence has no place in our community. We will investigate any such allegations and will prosecute any criminal violation vigorously. We've made multiple attempts throughout the day to reach Superintendent Willard for comment, but have yet to hear back. We've also reached out to every member of the school committee in that district and are awaiting comment on those accusations. The mother of that female student has also filed a complaint of discriminatory practices. Wesley Days, Western Mass News.
What did they say about the auction? I missed that part.
That's what you're talking about.
I know, but how did they do it? I missed like 3 minutes of it.
It was
right there. Right there.
It was an online auction.
Oh, shit.
Involving juveniles in the town of Southwick. The immediate description and nature of the alleged incident prompted Hampden District Attorney Anthony Gallooni to direct the involvement of members of his office and its Massachusetts State Police Detective Unit. Hate-based harassment and violence has no place in our community. We will investigate any such allegations and will prosecute any criminal violations vigorously. We've made multiple attempts throughout the day to reach Superintendent Willard for comment, but have yet to hear back. We've also reached out to every member of the school committee in that district and are awaiting comment on those accusations. The mother of that female student has also filed a complaint of discriminatory practices. Wesley Days, Western Mass News.
Okay, ladies.
It's fucked up. And all white kids need to be punished very hard. And their parents too. Like, that's fucked up. Fucked up. They need punished, for real. Parents.
Fuck the ad, fuck the commercial.
Okay, I gotta go. Well, I'm not gonna go, but I'll go back there. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm just gonna go off camera. You remember, my thing's broken. I can't take it with me. Or it's not broken, but I can't. I don't know what happened, but it's not accepted to charge. So that's the lifeline. So I gotta go back there, but I'll turn the camera off. Turn the camera off. I'm back there though, so I'm just gonna turn the camera off. Okay? Or tapping out or whatever, but I gotta go. I can't sit. I gotta get up very early.
Okay. All right, ladies.
Yeah.
What is
you the same thing, right? Yeah. What you say? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Lady.
So, final statement.
Yeah.
Final statement. Sorry, family. I'm super tired. It's been heavy. Seriously, going through it. Like, can't get nothing I need, man. Trust and believe. Can't get a fucking thing I need. So it's really bad. I have an inspection tomorrow here, so I'm having stress is real. I'm super tired because I can't rest. I'm overwhelmed. With trying to get my apartment together, so that I can get some shit handled. However, I'm struggling. It shouldn't be a struggle, but there is a struggle. There's a financial little struggle, and shit's just getting overwhelming. Really overwhelming. So super tired, but I got something to do tomorrow. So everybody stay black, stay dangerous. Is there gonna be a part 3 after city council?
Yeah.
Smart. Yeah. Okay, so stay tuned for Jesse Philly's city council and part 3 of this. And hopefully Shabaka will be on it. I don't know what happened with Shabaka, but what are you doing, Jesse? Weird. Stay black, stay dangerous. Do hold your vote, but you're not obligated. It feels very forced upon us, and I can't wait till we do the unhoused illegal alien fucking issues. Okay, I really can't because shit is getting very bad.
The next clip I'm going to play is exactly about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wanted to turn the camera on and go over there because I like severe cottonmouth. Severe cottonmouth. Nice city late. Man. Did you just shut my camera off, weirdo? You shut your camera off. Why does your thing have my face on it though?
I don't know. That's how you have it set up.
Man, which one is yours? You should be doing this shit on purpose, sir. Just to be a weirdo. See, this is my name. You're weird. I don't know why you did that, but or how you did it. It was not magical.
All right, weirdo. I'm gonna play this clip.
Listening and watching. Thank God. It's a struggle, and I feel so tired.
Move on to the
I'm looking at
illegal migrant. So, for those that don't know, or is now tuning in, me and Lady Che have been getting the word out about the illegal immigrant crisis here in Denver. And one of the new voices of the new black media is catching on to that. So he's going to give me a shout out.
Oh, man.
Talk about the struggles that we're having as a city.
Look at Jesse over there trying to rules, cuz. You just pick something. You had pick something you were on, huh?
So shout out to Torian Rain Reloaded.
Shout out to Torian Rain. I thought Jesse was actually going to do some real other journalism because they're actually here. But shout out to Torian. I forgot.
For several videos, you probably have heard me talk about different south of the border and not so secret issues that have been going on, mainly coming out of Chicago. As a matter of fact, in one of the weeks of me uploading content, y'all got 2 of them in the same week. They were 2 different stories, but they were both coming out of Chicago. They almost sound like they could have been related, but I don't think they actually were. That's just how serious it is. Then, of course, you had stories that have come out of New York. But there's one other place out there that's dealing with this in a heavy way, much like Chicago and New York, that goes under the radar. and that is the city of Denver in Colorado. Now, a subscriber by the name of Jesse Paris, and some of you may have seen him in my chat a couple of times. I know he heavily frequents Black Light Revelations channel as well. And he's out of Denver, and he's always said in our chats whenever this is a conversation or a topic that the SOB problem is getting intense out there in Denver, but because it's not Chicago or New York, it doesn't get the press or the media attention that it should. Well, I haven't
seen that all wrong. You should notice that it's all different.
It should definitely be on the radar because it is definitely an issue. See, the screen right here, the title reads: "A city of 710,000 struggles to cope with 40,000 migrant arrivals." Now, how they put that? They put migrants. Notice they're not calling them immigrants anymore. They're calling them migrants, as if they're coming over here and they're doing the process the proper way when they're really not.
Aliens.
Remember, they tried to say that it was wrong for us to call them illegal. They don't even call them illegal anymore.
They call them aliens. I said illegal aliens.
Wording is
they call them newcomers.
It's a starting. Denver will start. Migrants, those are their words, not mine, can stay in shelters, and sending those who exceed their stay out onto the streets. Now, by the time y'all see this video, February 5th will have passed. Nearly 40,000 migrants, their words, not mine, have arrived in Denver over the past year, making a city of a population of just over 710,000 the top destination per capita for newly arrived migrants crossing the U.S. southern border and traveling north in buses from Texas. The influx is starting to take a toll on the city's public safety.
And this motherfucker Johnson said, "Come right on in. Y'all come straight up I-25 from El Paso, and here y'all are."
I wish people would ask me. I wish people would interview me because I'm like, man, so much to say.
Starting February 5th, Denver will limit the number of days they can stay in shelters and send those who exceed their stay out onto the streets.
Yeah, that shit is funny.
So they basically said, we put y'all on notice. If y'all can't find other accommodations, y'all gonna have to go down to the streets. But that's also a flip side because that means there's so many coming in that they have to make room for the others to take their spot. So it's literally like the revolving doors. Like you come in through the door, you revolve around a couple of times, and then you revolve right back on out. And then we take in the next rotation and do the same exact thing. But the thing is, when they get sent out onto the streets, what do they do when they get out there? Where do they go? Not that I care where they go, but also a little bit, because they might wander into a place where they could probably potentially harm someone who actually.
Was you just in the chat?
Look at what's going on in Chicago. When they go out on the streets, dropping these department stores. And some of them doing that while living in the shelter. So imagine what those people are not in the shelter.
At this show. You're in the chat or the are you in the chat or were you on the show? On this show that he's talking right now. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Good job. Carry on. Carry on.
This is an upload. This is not a live.
Yeah, I hear you. Carry on. I was listening.
One Venezuelan family, a mother, father, and 3 daughters, told NBC News they've been staying at a hotel paid for by the city, but they've just received notice that they will be evicted. Just yesterday, they started throwing away the toys, the bicycles, and the common area, the mother said. We don't know where we will go next. How about back home?
Right.
Like, that's the best bet. Because that's literally, I have a feeling what they're doing right now in Denver, they're going to start doing in other places. They're going to say, look, y'all overstayed your welcome. Now let's send you to the street. But
hey, I did that shit on Monday.
But, that probably won't happen.
Because I just started, I speak Spanish. I was like, third language is just casual street Spanish.
The border for the flood and like Harvey has said, it's not just those.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to take his motherfucking stupid glasses off his face.
From Africa,
not that he thinks he's tight in checkered glasses.
Ukraine, they're coming from everywhere. But the thing is, they'll enter in through that southern border to get in.
Yeah, he's checking out my blue glasses.
The cheap glasses.
is asking for more money from both the state and federal government to help cover $10 million
And they don't have more money
from them. Look, $10 million
right.
in unpaid medical bills just from them.
They have to shut down our fucking
Getting a free ride hurting the hospitals. How are they going to care for the people that are paying and them at the same time? One's running up a big tab. What they're going to end up doing is they're going to say, well, we don't know we can give you the money. Just raise the insurance on the ones who's paying. So the people who are paying are the ones who are going to have to suffer and not the ones who are basically getting a freebie. And they try to say, we always asking for a handout.
Right. No, they're just trying to.
Denver Mayor Mike Johnson estimates the city will need $100 million over 2024 to pay for housing, schooling, healthcare, and other services as a result of the unexpected influx of the SOB.
How is that unexpected?
Dr.
They put the city in a state of emergency. Danny, when he couldn't fill the numbers. With unhoused,
unheeded calls so far in terms of who's responsible for
jumped
health.
up real quick, and that's was that. Then he let him out.
In the meantime, it falls on
it was like 400 people he let out first.
The spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security said in a statement,
a real life villain.
Continue to work with the city in welcoming recently arrived SOBs or not so secret invasions. I'm gonna stop calling them migrants.
Right.
We continue to urge Congress to approve our supplemental request, provide us with the resources to manage the southwest border in a humane, safe, and orderly manner, and provide communities across the country with the financial support they need, the spokesperson added. Another pediatrician getting ready to work the late shift in the emergency room, Dr. Christy Rodriguez, says she worries about what care the SOB will be able to access once they leave the ER. The hospital is required to cover anyone who comes in for emergency care.
They know that. That's why they take that.
But Rodriguez worries that patients won't.
They say, well, I don't want to go because they're just how they do that
threatening. Well, it's like they basically saying, okay, there's a sacrifice that's going to have to be made here. Either they're going to get the care that they want, but at the risk of hurting those who already pay, or the people that already pay are going to give top priority, and the ones who don't, they're going to be pushed to the back burner. But they said their hospital has a requirement that they have to care for anybody that comes into the hospital. Sounds to me like
they have to
implement that policy.
They're not getting paid. They don't. The insurance.
Because how are you going to treat the people that are actually paying you?
Right.
Like through their insurance.
Right.
Work for the people who aren't. That's very backwards.
Right. Well, you don't have insurance. Like, look at me. Like, if I didn't have insurance.
I can see a lot of patients stay late, Rodriguez said. I don't know if this person is going to get into the medicine field. I don't actually know if this person is going to get into a pediatrician to be seen and taken care of. For me, that's the part that's pulling at my heartstrings. She's seen an uptick in varicella, also known as chickenpox, and even some parasitic problems caused by poor drinking water that the SOB have consumed on their journeys to the United States. And what about in the past? Something that commonly gets overlooked is the diseases that they're bringing over.
Right.
Now they're talking about chickenpox again. Chickenpox is something that rarely gets brought up, was rarely brought up like that, but notice ever since they started to allow them to come over in droves like this, it's becoming more talked about in the medical field. Like it's almost like it's a return.
Right.
I remember having chickenpox
when I was go to school and I'll have your vaccine.
You're talking about like 93?
Unless you're homeschooling,
I had mine at the same time.
And now, 31 years later, it's starting to be talked about more. I mean, between the chickenpox, I've heard them talk about measles and all kinds of stuff. So, like I said, keep in mind of the stuff that they're bringing over here from their countries. That's something they don't like to talk about. They're bringing a lot of illnesses and diseases. Talking about the crime rate, that's one thing, but there's another underlying layer, and that's the health issues.
Right.
That can spread. Because remember,
they act so entitled when it comes to in our medical care.
That gets out into the air, you've got another problem on your hands. In many ways, Denver has welcomed migrants in a way not seen in other cities. They have not had major protests like New York and Chicago, like I've said, because it's not getting that much media attention.
Instead,
going with nonprofits,
everybody got money over here.
New
south of the border students to school. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is going to backfire in a major way.
It already has.
Nearly 3,000 SOB children, mainly from Venezuela, have joined the Denver public school system since July. Said, look, 3,000, y'all. 3,000.
Goddamn.
Adrian Andres, who oversees the multilingual education for the school district. Schools receive their allocated funding for the year based on their population in October, she explained, so it's been hard to pay for the increasing numbers. At Bryant Webster Dual Language School, Principal Brian Clark says he is receiving the 5 to 2 new SOB children per week, the number of new students he used to receive over a year. Andres says over 600
they have to open schools, remember, because they kept shutting them down.
Spend time in specialized classroom to get accustomed. We've gotten a lot of new kids really quickly with a lot of needs, Andres said. It's been getting creative in a lot of spaces. It's been bringing a lot of departments in, and it's been an adventure that we're glad to be on. They say
no, you're not.
Well, you know they're going to be overwhelming, having panic attacks like Brandon Johnson. Both hospital and school administrators in Denver said that they've been able to handle the influx so far, but that the rate of the growth is not sustainable with more outside funding. Now, see how they're saying on one hand they're glad that they're able to help as many kids, but then on the flip side they're going to say, "Oh, we need more money." Well, if you weren't so open to it, then you wouldn't have to be demanding so much more money.
Right.
And you know they're going to be slow to give you the money, whether it's or the federal government. The Biden administration has asked Congress for $1.4 billion in grants to local governments and nonprofits for temporary food, shelter, and other services for recently arrived south of the borderians. But so far, Republicans have been unwilling to pour more money toward helping cities cope with immigration until Democrats and the White House agree to a number of legislative changes to restrict immigration across the southern border. Yeah, so as long it's always going to be a stalemate. It's always going to be a stalemate. You're going to have the Democrats that's going to be demanding more money, Republicans. But like I told y'all, they work hand in hand. Trust me. On the surface, they are opposed against each other, but behind the scenes, they are working together with each other. Like I said, this is going to be a very interesting election cycle. Just keep your eyes peeled. And to all of my people out there that live out in Denver, good luck and Godspeed. Because this is for a while for Denver. I'm glad they're putting Denver out there now, because they said they've been having this problem for a while because it's, again, not New York and it's not Chicago. They're not getting the media attention. As a matter of fact, when I put this in there,
they really do shit about that because, man, that man is scheme.
That popped up today that I'm recording this January 20th, 2024, that was talking about this. Only 3. Only 3. Now, I don't know how many more is going to pop up between now and when I upload this, but only 3. Now, I bet you if you typed in New York and Chicago, it would be a slew of the multiple pages of it. But this was the only one of 3 articles that popped up talking about this exact topic right here. I don't know, maybe it's because it's a brand new, fresh story that just went out probably in the last day or so.
Because they don't want to hide it. That way, people keep coming to visit. And they act like they're not seeing it because then they don't get the mixed message narrative. You know what I mean? So it's there, but it's not there. It's here locally, but you won't see it out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like certain things you don't see. Like that I went and made my queue. I was really digging for news in the city and raw, for my stuff. And man, like I really had to go deep, put in some choice coding. Like I say, some different little words like mix and match. All of a sudden, I'm learning about shit that happened 2 days ago, like real serious shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Let me add this to my queue. I had no idea.
Yeah,
oh
I got a
my
lot
God.
of news going on.
They hiding stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay. Everybody, stay black, stay dangerous. See you tomorrow. Hopefully Shabaka will be here, or at least I'll be on with us. Jesse, I'll talk to you early in the morning. Okay. Love you.
I love you.
Everybody, get some rest. Stay black, stay dangerous. Highly favored. It'll be a great day.
Yep, that's right. Well, thank y'all for tuning into this episode of the Front Line Blacc News, Season 3, Episode 49, Part 2 of the Front Line Blacc News. We'll be back later on today, since it's now today in the Mountain Time Zone. For Part 3 of the Front Line Blacc News. In the meantime, make sure you like and subscribe to all of our platforms. Front Line Blacc News on YouTube and Facebook. The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook, and Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Facebook and Twitter, now X. We'll see y'all Tuesday for Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Blog Talk Radio.
Yes.
So peace, love, light.
We don't have a show tonight. No Part 3.
Already went over that. We just missed that. I literally just went over that.
Oh, so this said no Part 3.
No, I just went over that. I literally just brought that in the outro. I literally just said it in the outro.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so peace, love, light, reparations, and separations, and Black empowerment. We'll see y'all later for Part 3. Peace.
Bye. Okay.